You don't want me to change the color a little warmer or yellow? Nothing of that shit.
Nah, it's fine. The way it is, it's not really an issue.
There we go.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to CineQuest Video. It's our Halloween special live stream, live as can possibly be, with every technical difficulty known to man.
As usual.
Fingers crossed. But here we're here to talk about Friday the 13th franchise, 1 through 12. And I can't really say that the 12th one, the remake, isn't really considered part of it. I mean, it's a whole like reimagining kind of. But we're going to talk about it anyways. So we have Roland, Stan 69420.
Jason? Yes.
Yeah, it says Jason Stan. There you go. Jason Stan. There you
go. I still think that Jason is the true victim in all of this. Jason was right.
Jason was right. He had every right to do exactly what he did.
Every right.
You really think so?
My little Jason buddy right here.
Free Jason.
You were right.
And I'm Ray, your host, and we also have Jason from part 2 here, ready to do his killing,
ready to clean out the chicken coop.
He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he really makes a point. You know, very silent Bobby. You know,
he's big strong.
He's a big strong man.
No, I'm gonna be like the Jason Goes to Hell. Jason, I'm gonna be making a lot of grunts.
Oh no. I was thinking you would be more of a Jason Goes to Manhattan, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's funnier when they grown whenever they get shot. That's always the funniest thing, you know.
Yeah, it gets progressively goofier.
I mean, I wish I was more high tech and I had clips here and I could like play that one clip where he gets shot by the FBI and Jason Goes to Hell. And you just hear the which is one thing I didn't remember because I saw Jason Goes to Hell once years ago, but the FBI being involved in it I didn't remember. So, but we'll get to that in just a minute.
Vaguely can recall Jason Goes to Hell. It's annoying that I have seen that one the least amount of times, I guess. Because really, I check them out on TV, and you know,
I think most of us saw them on TV. I mean, I saw Jason X multiple times on cable. I saw pretty much the rest of this franchise on cable. So I saw like edited versions of each one of these things. So a lot of the stuff that I saw rewatching all these things, I didn't remember because obviously I was watching the edited version of all these
that
things.
too.
So. Yeah, 6, 7. I really didn't remember those too much, especially the one I think was 7's the one with the psychic.
7's the one with the telekinetic energy.
Barely remember that one.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, Carrie versus Jason.
Carrie versus
Jason. Yeah,
Jason.
exactly. Definitely has got nothing to do with Stephen King at all.
Yeah.
Nor that pen name drop.
I did tell Bryce one of the reasons I also wanted to do this was because even though I may be a horror fan and all that kind of stuff, a lot of the Jason movies just meshed into one movie for me. I couldn't tell you in part 3 this happened, part 4 this happened, because I thought even when we're kind of discussing it before even watching these movies, there's different plot points that I attributed to different movies because I thought they were all kind of mishmashed together because it's kind of the same.
Which is why you like the remake.
This is why I like the remake because it just mishmashes everything at one time and it's just one movie and I don't have to watch
all the stuff that I like.
Yeah.
It's an update. What's wrong with you? It's tasteful. It's classy.
So let's get into it. Friday the 13th. Jason, what is your recollection of you starring in these movies?
Jason not remember much after many head injuries.
Jason has...
Yeah, you know, you had there was a point in time where you had a bunch of bumps all over your head.
Yes.
What was that like?
All the ass whooping.
If you remember in my Jason Goes to Hell appearance, I had quite a swollen head.
In fact, your head was melding together with the actual mask.
Yes.
What was that like?
Painful.
Yeah.
Roland, what was your recollection of Friday the 13th for you as a kid? I'm pretty sure you saw these as a kid, right? I imagine.
Yeah, I tried to. The thing is that most of my family not into horror movies at all.
Right.
One of my sisters would sort of check out horror movies as they were here and there. She had Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth on VHS.
Your favorite?
So I'd watch that pretty often. But so yeah, most of the horror stuff was pretty much, again, I think me on my own or maybe with friends. And this was, just random cable TV most of the time, seasonal stuff. I remember the most, aside from the original, the first Jason, which by far I'd seen the most of any of them. So much that I've internalized it and I can't remember shit. It's great. Makes no goddamn sense.
So you're telling me like you're rewatching these movies just like you're watching them the first time, or like you're just like your subconscious kind of brings all that stuff back up?
Yeah, my subconscious brings it up the instant I start watching the movie again. And I can just go like, cool, let me look for something I haven't seen before, some stupid shit. I just remember watching these things on repeat so much when I was lucky. After the fact, and by that I mean I think I couldn't reliably watch these movies until like around Jason X, because at that point, like, what were they, like $10 or something like that for the DVD, maybe.
Hey, so Roland, we've been informed that you are echoing a little bit.
Shit. Sure what I can do about that.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It's always something.
It's always something.
I wonder if it's my shitty lag.
Jason hates technology.
Maybe I can step away from the mic a little bit. Fuck if I know. What was this saying?
I think unless you can go into your settings and like change.
No, I don't know. I don't know how to do any of that shit.
Let's see here.
I don't think I can. So that is, and just my gain.
I don't know if that works or not.
Whoa!
What's going on your end? You're loud or we're loud?
Well, you were, but I guess I can just try to lower my end further.
Oh, okay. I think we fixed the problem.
You think so?
Well, to whoever's listening out there, thank you for letting us know what's going on. I think I may have fixed it, so I think we're good. If we have any other issues, please let us know, because technology sucks and we hate it. So
why can't I just beat two sticks together and start a fire, dude?
Especially Jason. Boom. He's not a fan of technology. He actually hates it a lot.
Jason electrocuted many times by electricity.
I disagree. I'd say he'd be pretty fond of it because it brings it back to goddamn life so often.
But natural electricity, lightning.
Oh yeah.
Except
what about
Manhattan?
Wasn't another one like a busted power line or something?
Misplaced, mismanaged line. Your tax dollars at work for you.
Yeah, that was a pretty big fail there, because of those yacht douchebags. I think I forget exactly who it was. The cause. It's always somebody waking up Jason. That's my main issue. All right, he'd be cool. I'm gonna do the accordion. He'd be cool if they just left him alone, but no, it's always somebody like trying to dig him up, or like zapping his ass.
But you're gonna blame Tommy Jarvis, and the guy's been traumatized by the fact that he killed him, and he's been haunting his dreams. He has to confirm that he's dead. Yeah. Mind you, he's the only reason Jason comes back entirely. Like,
Yeah, but like they
but
really like I'd say the system failed Tommy as well there though. Because you remember when they were talking about looking at reviewing his medical profile, and they're like, well, "How's this kid like? How's his brain not fried? Like they gave him all the drugs, you
right,
know?
right.
So
I mean, so much so that he was practically supposed to be the next Jason. You know, like at the end of
right,
part 5, they almost
which
hinted at that.
which you know, like just gonna say right now that idea was later stolen, almost slightly stolen, pseudo repurposed, right, by Halloween. Was it Halloween Ends?
Mm.
I mean, are you telling me that Halloween Ends tried to continue on with that fucking premise?
Maybe just like that, it failed on it.
Well, yeah. If they hated it
fell
then,
flat on its
why
face.
would us
Shit the bed.
Green think that they're gonna hate it this time?
You think they were
or
giving?
like it this time?
You think they were giving
Man.
Jarvis?
Yes, they did. Sorry.
You think they were giving Jarvis the Hypnosil from the Freddy vs. Jason?
Oh man, no, wasted on him. Pshaw.
Yeah.
Was it? I brought my Freddy versus. Actually, I got my Freddy versus Jason figure here too. I think I showed that shit to Ray before, but I was pretty happy.
This motherfucker
yeah.
has so much Jason shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
This was a gift from my brother.
Oh,
I wanted to get all the other ones,
it was Walmart,
but
for sure.
I forget it. I think it was Best Buy.
Close enough.
But like, yeah, I got this one. I need to get the neon NES Jason purple mask. But this is the little like printout that I found. I got it at a pinball convention over in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome.
You and your friends are dead. When you die,
you gotta take all my stuff. No.
Hey, Roland, when you pass away, I mean, I get that, right?
Whoop.
I get all that horror shit.
It depends. Is Chrissy still gonna be around?
Probably not. But,
damn it.
So I mean, if you want to name her as the benefactor and then me next, I mean that's totally fine.
I kind of do.
I'll take that jersey. I'll take all those toys.
She'll be the benefactor, but you can be the what is it called? You can be the executor of the estate. So
okay, thank you.
You're gonna be taking care of her, of course, and she's just gonna be like she'll be taken care of. That's it. That's all it is.
Bryce, so we had a quick question. What is that you're wearing on your head?
The burlap sack.
Yeah, this is authentic. Friday the 13th to
burlap.
Yes.
Memorabilia.
Merch. I was gonna say replica.
That's a replica.
Jason hot and itchy. Must kill from itchiness.
HEB grocery.
Do you think that's a reason? The fact that he had to hide his face, but he didn't have a proper mask to do so.
Yeah,
and he had to wear this shitty thing on top of his head.
Yeah.
His face was itchy all the time. He had like an allergy.
It had nothing to do with the revenge of his mother. It was all from like
that's why his face.
That's
why his face looked like that. It was an outbreak. You know, it was a
all that
scabies.
Yeah,
damn, that's an intense case.
Yeah,
looking like the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Do you think that's why?
This for my Elephant Man costume next year.
Maybe you can do Tobacco Man with that thing too.
Yeah, I thought I didn't get the hat for Tobacco Man.
Yeah,
I should get
Tobacco
some,
Man.
Yeah, from Redneck Zombies.
I should get the.
Oh man, wow! I need to rewatch. Fuck.
Tobacco Man's got you.
There's a lot of them I need to rewatch. I want to get. I keep forgetting. Isn't it? I wonder if it's still a thing. The Trauma Now streaming service.
Yeah, it's still the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, one of us needs to get it.
When you get it, you can share it.
Share.
You can all
of course
participate in that.
I mean, like I'd have no one else to to share it with or to watch it with. Rather, I've already asked most of my friends out here, and they're mostly not into horror stuff.
Right.
One of us is straight up.
In that case, we have a very long history with Friday the 13th. Obviously, Jason Voorhees is the main icon killer, and this motherfucker's bringing out a Freddy glove. Where is this coming from?
I gotta catch up.
Where are all these props coming from, dude?
What's up?
You've had all these props this whole time.
I've had this shit forever, man. You remember all this stuff?
I don't remember
when we
seeing
lived
that
together.
glove.
I had
Not
this
once.
stuff actually. This?
No, I didn't see that. No, that crap. I know. I'm talking about that shit on your hand. I never saw that.
I forget. Maybe it was when I
This
lived with
asshole is
Daniel.
hiding all this shit away, dude. Like,
But he doesn't have
It
the
might have been.
official Jason throwing knife from number 5 or
Oh,
6 or whichever
man.
one that was, where he has a
Not
utility
yet.
belt.
I want to get the official Jason tent spike, aluminum tent spike.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Are you talking about the one that like revives him, or are you talking about like
No. That's a tent.
That's a fence post,
like
right?
that's a fence post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he like turns into a spear. That would
Right.
be cool too, though. No, like it's the little like tent spike that he just like goes around and stabs.
Oh, I got you.
And then at one point he sticks it in the house and just leaves it there. And the asshole doctor comes. It's with the Carrie girl.
Yeah.
He comes out and he like the version that we watched here, I don't remember if they ever actually show it or if it's just like off screen when the doctor goes and fucking takes it down. Or if that's like just the reveal later.
To be honest with you, I only know the kills that I remember because there's too many. And I have my favorites, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But I don't know why. I do want to continue on with let's talk about so again, icon. Where do you think Jason stands in the icon of horror as an icon of horror? And I'm gonna just name kind of like the most popular right now, and you can tell me where he kind of ranks in that. So I have like Michael Myers, Jason.
Right.
You have
Freddy
Krueger, Ghostface.
Yeah.
And let's just throw in Art the Clown in there, right? He's the new icon of horror right now.
Yeah, might as well.
He's the new kid
So
on
that's
the
5.
block. Yeah.
Where do you think he ranks in that 5?
Ooh. Let me ask you this: you talking?
Jason?
You mean personally?
Jason.
Personally, or like in the?
No, however you feel. Like
personally?
this is your personal way of thinking. Huh?
I don't know, man.
In the top 5, what do you think?
I always love Jason. I would probably put.
I thought you were gonna say I would die for him or something.
No, well, I mean, I'm dying in this mask. Shit, I don't know. For me, if he's not number 1, he's probably number 2. But
really,
yeah, I like him, dude. What do you want to say?
All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Roland?
That's about the same for me, man. I know these movies, again, not the best movies. There's so much wonderful garbage. But
for sure.
I mean, he's pretty far up there as far as my favorite horror icon. Like certainly to me, actually, I'd probably say close to, if not 1, the next best. Because whenever I think of most horror movies, like my favorite type of character is pretty much like his, where he's like a giant, just awesome tank that just goes and fucks things up.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, it's like watching. I mean, we just finished watching. What was that last one? The nature documentary.
In a Violent Nature.
In a Violent Nature. Yeah.
And I like those were my favorite parts when you just see like his like brute strength just blasting through shit.
Yeah.
Right on. I you know what? Thinking about it, I would say he's probably like at least number 2. I don't know if I care too much. I think Freddy's probably like my first favorite.
Oh really? I thought you were gonna be a Myers guy.
So yeah,
Freddy. No,
actually,
I'm not really too much of a Myers guy. To be honest with you,
Freddy is also a very close one, but mine that's not even on that list would be like Pinhead. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to jump around here.
But I mean, considering that they're actually like serial killers, like killers and slashers and shit like that.
Okay. Then another one of mine aside from those. No, I'd probably mostly Jason, just that I'm thinking of for the most part.
All right. Well, let's we're gonna go over a quick synopsis of like 1 through 12 before we start getting into our movies. And again, I'm gonna make these as quick as possible. These movies aren't exactly high art. We're here to see kills.
No,
that's all we're here to see. Right.
Somehow they're an hour and 40 minutes, or more often than not.
In all honesty, Roland, after thinking about like 1, and I feel like it's a slow paced movie. Let's be real here. It's a slow paced movie. I feel a lot of these drag, and I just like, and I'm like, it's an hour and a half. It's a really long ass hour and a half movie, you know.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
That's
there's
why
so many long shots.
When we get to our rankings, you'll see like where the ones I prefer top. So
sure.
So we know that Friday the 13th was kind of piggybacked off the Halloween craze because, John Carpenter made Halloween. This new slasher comes out. Sean Cunningham, who's the director of the first one, decided, hey, let's make a movie kind of like that. I'm not going to have a movie, but I'm just going to put an advertisement out, see who buys it. And they kind of went like that. So like title, movie around it. So the first one, Friday the 13th, was made in 1980. It focuses primarily on just a mysterious person killing all these like camp counselors. And we find out that it's Pamela Voorhees, who happens to be Jason's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
which I will say that if you were a kid who grew up knowing about, I mean, I didn't, obviously, the first one came out. When did the first one come out?
1980.
1980. So yeah, that was 7 years before I was born, obviously. But growing up and with the Friday the 13th franchise, and you see the first one, and if you didn't know anything about it, really, you just know the mask, and you find out it's not.
Yeah, it's
Jason's the mom.
disappointing. Yeah.
But I mean, for the first
Right.
when it first
Little
came
bit.
out, people didn't know anything about like what it was.
Right, but I mean
So
that's
kinda
something kind of
interesting, like, to
new.
think about, like,
It's almost like mystery whodunit kind of
Yeah.
movie.
Well, yeah. Wasn't the idea, like you mentioned, sort of to work off of the Halloween
Oh,
series?
and speaking of that, how Halloween was initially supposed to become an anthology
mhm.
of
Yeah.
like various kills and things happening on Friday the 13th. This is the same thing with this one. I'm sorry, with the Halloween. Friday the 13th was the same way. This was initially supposed to be kind of like this. I think they were going to do part 2, and then from there, there was going to be a new
Yeah,
Friday the 13th type of film. Which
Didn't they make a TV series that was an anthology, like a different?
well, they did the TV series, yeah, but that
yeah,
was like
TV
later
series.
on. That was
Okay.
later on, yeah.
Yeah,
Was like
They were actually supposed to make
Goosebumps.
like Crystal Lake, which apparently like
I heard about that,
got
yeah.
shelved or something.
A24 was gonna produce it, right?
I think
or
so.
just-
I had
Oh.
forgotten what had happened to it. I thought the rights just got all fucked or some such at one point.
Well,
Not sure.
yeah. Well, we don't really know too much details about that. But back to the first one, it does have a lot of classic, iconic scenes. I mean, obviously, you have Pamela Voorhees kind of like going all Norman Bates kind of mother,
Yeah, yep.
kill her, mommy, kill her. You know? And then, of course, we have like the end scene, which is kind of the most memorable part, is where a quote unquote like dead boy Jason pops out of the water and like grabs the girl, the final girl at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it turns out it's apparently a dream sequence, allegedly. But in that movie, there are 10 kills total in that particular movie. So we will move on from that. For part 2 was 1981, immediately after the first one. I'll throw out the kills on that one. That one's 10 kills, directed by Steve Miner. And it's set 5 years later. Jason survived and witnessed his mother's death, according to this one. And now he's an adult and he seeks revenge on anyone who dares to enter Camp Crystal Lake. And he kills new counselors, but is ultimately stopped by the final girl, Guinea, I believe her name is. Then we move on to part 3, Friday the 13th, part 3, 1982. There are 12 kills. They upped the ante for 2 more on this one. This one is supposed to be 3D. And I think this is one of the only ones that has like an odd intro and outro music. Like it's very like
Isn't it like funk or some weird?
well, it has
Where's
a lot
the
of
one?
that alien landing generic sound that
Yeah.
but it's like very poppy and very 80s synthy kind of
It was, but it was
thing.
also like the tuning or something. The pitch was just weird. I don't know. It was shit.
the
I didn't like
pitch,
it.
the tune.
Is
The
I don't
intonation.
really remember. I'm checking my notes and I was like, what the hell is this weird funk horror shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
the is this also where they introduced the exploding title cards, or is
I
that in the
think
next
so.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. One of like the first one is like this one didn't it say like Friday the 13th, and it was supposed to be like the 3D one, and the mask comes around and like explodes through
Yeah,
it or
I
something,
believe
like
so,
comes
yeah.
at the screen.
There's a few. There's a
Yeah.
few. That's
And it does in the next one too. It blows up, doesn't it, or something? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
They kind of continue with all those like little quirky intros.
one of them like cracks down the middle and goes.
Yeah.
It was really really abrupt too.
You know, it's kind of weird to see this movie that's not even remotely 3D anymore. To see it just in regular
Yeah.
2D stuff, because you see like all the attempts to make it 3D, and it just looks weird now.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
watching
you got
it.
the
But I also
guy-
still feel like I'm missing out. kind of.
Yeah, no. Well, you got the guy with the guy putting up the laundry, and he's like, "Ooh." He's
Yeah.
bringing a
Yeah.
stick, and he's bringing
Well, the harpoon kill,
The
like
harpoon
it goes
kill.
like straight to the
Yeah.
camera, and,
and
then
the
like,
eyeball
right in
and
the
the
eyeball.
string. He's-
The eyeball.
Yeah. That was
It
ridiculous.
was bad. You can see it like on the stick. It's like, ooh.
I think there was one where like somebody has a cigarette or something, and they put it up to the.
Yeah, it's very obvious, and it's
I try to write them all down because like you can always spot them. I was talking to you earlier about one though, Ray, that I wasn't sure about because like I think there was a point where like somebody was like a woman was falling like butt first towards the camera. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't do that. But I couldn't remember if it was this one or a different one. And I'm just like, but yeah. Aha.
So
see.
we'll move on to part 4, Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984. This is when we introduce young boy Tommy Jarvis, who is played by Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah.
An iconic moment where he shaves his head and tries to get into Jason's head, and he's like,
yeah.
"Jason,
the
it's me.
beginning
You
of
remember
the
me? How did he know that was gonna work? You know, like what clicked in his
I don't
head
know.
to think that was the
I don't-
move to go with?
He just panicked and like
He panicked.
he panicked and like embraced his skills, right? Because wasn't this like was that the start of the
mask
Yeah, he made the
making.
mask. Yeah.
like the mask making, and then also like the cheese ball? Okay, there's there's like a horror fan or like some kind of like prankster character in the movie, and I kind of thought he fit some of those.
No, that part 3, that was Shelley. That was the
yeah.
that was the
Shelley's the one
prankster
that
guy.
gives
Yeah,
gives
the
Jason the
mask.
mask.
Yep.
At
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah,
So
I forgot to mention that. That's when we finally get the iconic hockey mask.
Right.
We don't have this garbage.
A sack.
I'll say it looks cool on Bryce right now. Like it's a cool mask, but not
the
for
best
this particular.
Jason could do. Okay.
I hope.
It was the best money could buy at the time.
All his mom taught him was how to sew burlap.
How does Jason drink his beer? Does he just like sip it from the bottom, or
No, he goes through the sack.
he goes? All right. It's porous. Got it.
Yeah. So again, 1984 part 4, Tommy Jarvis. Tommy Jarvis kills Jason violently with his own hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was a cool ending, though.
That was
a pretty cool ending, even though he just looked really, really goofy. Like, at least shave. They could have just shaved his whole head instead of leaving him with those little weird.
Well, you did it quickly, Roland. I mean, what do you want?
Know, he
precision?
embraced
Hatchet, machete. You said hatchet, dude.
They said hatchet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of my own hatchet. Sorry.
Machete.
I'm thinking about a hatchet I wish I had in my hand.
Was done with the axe in 2, right?
You wish you had a. Oh.
Roland, it's quite strange that you're gonna bitch about the quality of a small boy who shaved his head in haste in order to help save Jason.
Me,
like,
that's
get Jason off this person.
You take umbrage on his barber skills. Is what you're saying? Did he? But why did he? How did he know that that's what he looked like? I'm assuming he was trying to look like it was a kid. But how the hell would he know what he looked like as a kid? He just assumed, he's like, well, this must be what he looked like.
He must have saw a picture. He must have saw a picture and was like, ooh.
I think there's a point when like you're in his room and it shows like little clips, article like newspaper clips from that event.
Maybe that was the mask that he made. And he's just like,
and like I want to say, and I feel bad for this. Like it was a picture of like Jason as a kid or whatever in an accident, and I feel like. Maybe he was basing like his masks on that
picture.
That picture.
Damn, that's harsh, dude.
I didn't even think about it, but I was like,
maybe that's why Jason was pissed. He saw him making. He's like,
I was like,
he's making fun of me.
That's a shit job, kid.
God damn him.
Doesn't look anything like me.
That one, this one had 13 kills, so they upped one more in this version. So, Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, 1985. Jason is officially dead in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a Jason kill. We just have like flashes of a Jason character kind of standing around. And the motive for this one is because they tried to I think revamp this whole anthology thing. There was supposed to be a new trilogy going on, but they made a and they made an EMT the kind of like the fake Jason because someone killed his son in a very brutal way too.
Yeah.
And
just really abruptly, but like you can see it coming.
Yeah.
But it's like,
really? To be honest with you, I'm thinking to myself, what would I have done if I was that frustrated and I had an ex and like life really sucked? Would I have just done the same thing? I don't know.
Chopped the nearest asshole.
Covered in chocolate? Fuck you, man.
I don't know. Actually, I take it back. Like, you probably would have taken that chocolate bar you offered to begin with.
I don't like chocolate that much, man. Don't let the fatness fool you, right?
Let's not be too judgy. Let's assume it's clean and stuff. And like, he's not.
No, I don't care.
Like those fingers look pretty dirty.
Yeah, they did.
Sticky fingers.
I was just saying, Ray, if you had a bottle, like he offered you a bottle of freezing, like ice cold water and a chocolate bar.
If it was a cold, nice ice bottle of water,
come on,
maybe.
It's not too far off. Like I'm saying, it's not too like out of the question necessarily. So, and honestly, you shouldn't be arguing against you for this because it's like it makes you not a crazy ass moron to begin with.
We had someone say Travis Mitchell. Maybe I can put this on the screen, right? Yeah, it says, how's it going, guys? I actually like Friday 5 minus the porn parts. I agree with you. Those porn parts are a little annoying. And I would say that about most of those sex scenes in these movies. They're really awkward.
There's a lot of...
Yeah, there's a lot.
Most of the...
There is a lot. And it's really kind of unnecessary. And I mean, I don't mind a little bit, but like I feel like it's just excessive in part 5. And it's also very awkward too. Don't get me wrong. I like it sometimes, but not all the time.
I think Jason X though.
We should.
There's a lot more. Yeah, it takes it a little bit more.
Like,
but I mean,
you and I were talking as well about like all of the premise for part 5. It is a little weird.
Yeah, but I mean, like that also pissed people off. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't mind 5 that much. This is kind of like I've seen clips of it. This is the first time I've seen it as a whole. Yeah. I didn't mind it as much. I mean, I don't really necessarily need the Jason Voorhees character. The image itself is enough for me. And that kind of carried it on. And I mean, I can understand the person's motive for doing what he did. But I mean, it's still not cool that he's doing it. But I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I see. You see, you have a thought in mind, Bryce?
No, just interesting. So you're vindicating what this guy was doing.
I'm a bit of an EMT.
I'll remember that.
An EMT Jason sympathizer.
Jason was right. Maybe Jason had some good ideas.
You have to understand, Your Honor. I heard him saying he was okay with all that.
It's gonna be online, right?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna like bring this up at some point in my trial.
Yeah.
What was the other issue I had? Well, I mean, again, I mentioned before that this was supposed to carry on with I would assume Tommy Jarvis as the new kind of Halloween, but not Halloween, but Halloween 4 kind of reminds me of this because I mean they alluded to Jamie Strode kind of turning into a Michael Myers character.
Yeah. And I will say this, when they had Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis, and then in the next one when he's older, I like how he suddenly has blue eyes now in the next one. They couldn't even match. They couldn't even like cast like that. I mean,
maybe he's got scared into the blue. He got scared into blue eyes. Who knows?
I was trying to remember if the last guy, because like Tommy's, he's like it's like 3 different actors at one point, right? The last guy had blue eyes.
Travis Mitchell says, "I'll be that guy who gets banned and admit that Jason Goes to Hell is my favorite of the franchise so far." We're gonna talk about our ranking in just a moment, and like, I mean, I'm not gonna
I'm sure I'll get myself banned canceled.
Yeah, I won't say much about it just now, but I empathize with your choice there. All right.
Yeah. It had been a long time since I saw it, and then rewatching, I was like, "Oh, this is actually I like what they're doing with this."
Part 5 kills 19, so they upped the ante a little bit more on this one. Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives 1986, coincidentally 18 kills. This one is when Tommy Jarvis the movie opens up with Tommy Jarvis visiting the grave of Jason Voorhees, digging him up, and then accidentally Yeah, with that other guy
Bringing
from
the guys
bringing
are all
him-
annoying.
the guy from
Come
Welcome Back
on,
Carter.
Toby, let's get out of here.
Dude, he's like the guy from Welcome Back Carter. Dude.
Giving me spooks.
You know he was from that Welcome Back Carter, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
He was just annoying.
he is practically
Yeah,
playing
Carter.
the John Travolta character, like up your nose with the rubber hose.
Oh yeah,
like, that guy.
that's a good point.
Yeah, they're all those dudes, you know.
Wow. That's
But
great.
anyways, he had a cool ending, right? His getting his annoying ass fucking slugged into
yeah,
his gut, you know.
it was this. It's the beginning of my favorite version of Jason. Yeah, he just slugs his like.
Yeah, this
he
is
punches his heart through his chest.
this
right, not
is
his back.
the start of Jason's super strength. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when he becomes more supernatural, and
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, in 3, he does literally grab a guy by his head and squeeze an eyeball out. Like that's pretty strong.
I mean, have you
is,
seen his brute
but
strength? He's been training this whole
then-
time, dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't he like get into a fight with the like really small skinny girl after or something like in a struggle?
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was telling Ray. It's like
His
his strength like
is-
varies. Like he's
Yeah.
He's as strong as they need him to be. For
and
the
then
plot,
he has
for the-
problems.
for
He
the
has problems
script.
fighting. Like yeah, anytime
And,
he
like-
fights like the final girl, he suddenly loses all his strength.
Yeah,
You know, he's
You know-
doing
you know,
miraculous
all his
stuff.
motivation,
You
like
know,
his
if
direction.
he's touching a touching a woman, if he's touching a woman, I told Bryce, I go, maybe it's an issue with his mother. Like if he touches a woman, he's just kind of like,
Well, we do know Jason has mommy issues, so.
right. And I mean, maybe if he's like,
And Freddy does exploit that. And Freddy versus
he does,
Jason,
he
yeah.
does, yes, very much.
It,
So
only,
it all
that
kind of
seems
plays
to
out later in
only-
the franchise.
The mom thing only seems to work one time though, right? With the child psychology girl or whatever, and that's pretty much it.
Oh well, we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Like I try to make a point of
Damn
like
enchiladas.
noticing every time somebody dies on the crapper
That's a good
in
one.
these movies. And no, he does not wipe
No man, he doesn't
No,
need
of
to.
course
He
not.
died.
Why would he?
those damn enchiladas.
Yeah, damn enchiladas.
So we'll move on to the next one, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. That's the telekinetic girl. Jason is accidentally freed from his watery grave, he was put there by Tommy Jarvis with his infamous chain with a rock. Weapon.
It's
That's what got him.
Dude, there's
The infamous chain with a
many
rock.
other ways to
and,
do that.
I was telling Bryce, you know, whenever he's doing that and he's just holding it, it's the guy from Return of the Living Dead too.
yeah.
He's just sitting there going like, "Come on, you pussy!
Yeah.
Come on!"
Yeah.
And it's like that's gonna like drive him. Yeah, that gets your attention, but there's a lot of probably easier ways to do all that nonsense. But hey, whatever. You got the job done.
I was gonna ask you too. How many years jump from when he's in that? I guess 5 when he's in the asylum, or is it? Yeah, and then he to 6.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. It was
No,
obviously
I'm sorry.
probably-
From 4
5.
to 5 because
4 to 5. Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, look,
I mean, I would imagine
I'm
at
just
least
curious because he,
5 or
like,
6 years or something.
yeah, when he, I'm sorry, the one where he puts the chain around his neck, where he's trying to bring him. Is that 5 or 6?
That's 6.
That's 6. I'm sorry, from 5 to 6 because in 6 he's like, he got a lot older and real haggard. Like I don't know if.
Dude, he's been traumatized by Jason this whole
Well, I
time.
know, but like how? That's what I'm trying to figure. Like how much time had passed before he had killed Jason the first
Yeah,
time?
it was
talking
only
about
like 5
the one when
months.
he was a
Oh,
different
yeah. He just got into some hard drugs, man.
and became a completely different person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
But anyways,
like
sorry. I was
Jason
just
can
curious
Jason
about
can
that.
do that to somebody, right? And that is the way it can happen.
Yeah.
So we have we talked about New Blood. New Blood is the 7 telekinetic girl. Jason is accidentally freed from his watery grave by Tina, a teenage girl with telekinetic powers. Jason kills the campers around her, but Tina eventually uses her powers to send him back to the lake with the help of her dead father, who's also in the lake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a cool sort of moment.
And doesn't look any like decayed whatsoever.
Yeah, he comes up with his hair
Coming
so
out
combed.
real fresh and
Yeah.
everything, man.
Yeah, and with his dad's strength.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dad,
Yeah.
Dad's strength.
Dad's strength, dad-
surpasses
Undead
Jason's
dad
strength.
strength.
He came in with his bro cream,
Oh, yeah.
slicked up.
Fucking
His
bro cream.
bro
Oh
cream.
man.
You think he had some brute on? He had some
Wow.
high karate or brute on? Dude?
Yeah, man.
Some
Got a layer
cool
on that
water.
brute
Cool
muscle.
water.
Before he walked up, he was just like,
This comes out of the. You know what? They should make that the cool water commercial. cool water.
Right? It's like the scent that can take out take out a
take your breath
supernatural
away.
Jason.
It's just Jason just jumping out on the boat.
Yeah.
I told
Somebody.
Bryce I feel like the fear of Jason became more whenever the girl was able to use her powers to like rip off the mask off of Jason and you see his like grotesque face. You know? Yeah, that was probably more scary. Like he's just like, I don't know if he was smiling though. It almost seems like he was like happy about it. Like,
no, it's just it was a really shitty mask.
Yeah.
He looked like a Muppet.
Dude, well, that's nothing compared to Manhattan.
Like
He
somebody had a
worse
hand
than
in there
Manhattan,
and they were working his mouth.
I think some of us may agree with you on that one, Travis.
Yeah, Manhattan's without the mask was pretty cool too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Somewhat.
So that was part 7, and then of course the one I think I saw, I was kind of more introduced to Jason at this point was Jason Takes Manhattan.
It's got that great theme, dude.
1989.
Bugged me.
How old were you? 1989 too.
I was 4.
I was 7. So just a ripe age, a nice ripe age for Friday the 13th franchise.
Ray, do you know the theme for the Manhattan?
The theme?
Yeah, the song that plays.
No, it doesn't
You said it was an
remember.
Alice Cooper song.
There's a few. There's one Alice Cooper song.
So I was gonna.
That's what
ask
he
you
was
about
saying,
that,
but I don't
'cause,
think.
like,
I thought it was an Alice Cooper song.
I thought it was a soundtrack, but then like when I was looking at the credits, it was just said it was like one guy, like performed and.
I could have sworn there was
something.
I don't know.
In the dark of the night.
Yeah, dude. Like I was like, is this one fucking guy? I didn't think it was. You think that was a fucking Alice Cooper song?
That's what he said, dude.
I thought it was an Alice Cooper song. I don't know.
But
Are you sure it wasn't like Stan Bush? You know, the guy who does
I just like how I like
the kickboxer and Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
I like how Manhattan just the most of the movie they're just shitting on New York the whole time. It's real bad. It's worse than Jason. There's crack and all this stuff. Like, oh
yeah, there's crack.
You should be more scared of this.
People are gonna like assault you.
Yeah,
and it's weird because all of these things happen.
Yeah.
Fuck.
As Jason Takes Manhattan is the dump that demon took.
Oh,
quite possibly. I don't know.
Because the scene where they go into the diner, like, hey, you gotta help us. There's a psychopath trying to kill us. Welcome to New York.
Yeah, he tries, and what happens to that guy? He just gets like his chest punched out.
The big like they get I guess he's like the manager or whatever, the owner. He's like comes over and Jason just knocks him and shit.
And then everybody just sort of like shuffles out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like what? It was that one was the weirdest one, seeing around so many people all at once.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, at least it's nice to know that all Jason needs to do to deal with street toughs is to take off his mask.
Well, yeah.
And scare the shit out of him.
You
Or
ever think that just makes him feel bad though? He does that. He's like,
he's like, I'm kicking our radio. It takes it off.
I thought they were gonna like just talk more shit about him and then he was gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his face. Like, if you see, I mean, even New Yorkers can't even deal with that.
I don't know. I feel like they would just call him ass ugly and then start like talking trash or something.
You still would make him cry.
Keep the mask on. I see why you wear the mask or something. You know,
mister, like your face looks worse than a pie from your uncle's shop.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, I think they call that rope pizza.
Oh shit! This one has 17 kills. They dialed it back, one or a few kills after this.
Wow.
After 15, they did 15 on New Blood. They did 17, but like so far the most is 19 in A New Beginning. Not sure why they would do that.
Right.
Well, they paid for all their budget went to B-rolls in Manhattan, dude. And
yeah, right. All the Times Square shit.
That's also the most campy one. It has like the most tries to put the most humor in it because there's a scene where he sees the billboard for the mask and he's like, ooh.
Yeah. So the next one, this is when the franchise moves over to New Line Cinema, and we get Jason Goes to Hell. Apparently, the final Friday. Apparently, they couldn't say Friday the 13th, so that's why all the movies started saying Jason, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
They changed the theme song.
No, the titles. Like they couldn't say
just the
Friday the
titles.
13th, blah blah blah. They had to say Jason, whatever. So
Okay.
Jason Goes to Hell is the final Friday. Jason is killed by the FBI with that one scene we talked about earlier
Psyop.
when he gets shot. And
Knew
he's
it.
ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah.
A lot of Jason like making these. He's supposed to be like
He's supposed
the
to be
supernatural
a silent,
character.
Yeah, just
No pain, right? But he's
yeah. It'd be like if Michael Myers made a bunch of noise too when he was getting,
Yeah,
like it's like this is
Does
strange.
he?
I don't think he
thought
makes
I know he
noise at
doesn't,
all.
but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
I don't.
later
I don't think
on?
I've ever
Oh.
heard Michael Myers
No.
make a sound.
I don't think he does.
He's a silent killer.
Yeah, they shoot him up, and then somehow they get a jet to come down and I guess drop a bomb. Oh, I don't know. Is it a jet? Because like the guy says like him coming, and he blows up.
I don't know. But this one throws in a more of a supernatural bent on this one. So his spirit survives and possesses other people to continue his killing spree.
Yeah.
It's revealed that only a member of his bloodline can truly kill him, and Jason is ultimately dragged to hell. I told Bryce that this one I enjoyed this one a little bit more because they added more lore. And I know, Roland, we talked about this many times in our Halloween specials that you like part 6, and part 6 kind of adds more of that lore to Halloween 6 is what I was talking about.
Yeah, but it doesn't suck so much like Halloween's lore. I don't know.
Right. But this
Halloween's
one,
lore works when it's like you don't need to know,
right.
much.
Ideally, you shouldn't know much about
that's what was important
Michael's
about it.
reasoning or whatever, that someone else is pulling the strings.
Yeah, when they started pulling all that like Cult of the Thorn stuff, like I thought it was fun, ironically, again, because I like the stupid, but like for what it means for the character, that was really dumb.
Right. So I told Bryce I actually enjoyed Jason Goes to Hell more than I thought because I saw it once years ago. Rewatching it now, I was like, I kind of enjoy all this nonsense, even though there isn't much Jason in it technically.
Yeah.
I do like more lore added to it, not just like him killing counselors again, because I mean that shit is already getting old.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean they had it,
and it got old a few movies ago.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they attempted to do more with this one. And I was also telling Bryce that a lot of the effects in this movie seemed to be a little bit better. And apparently it was done by like Greg Nicotero and Robert Kirkman. So that's why the effects are probably just a little bit better in this one.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with names. As you know, Ray, could you maybe help me out there?
Greg Nicotero, man, he's done like a lot of special effects for like classic horror movies and stuff like that. I can't name him off the top of my head now.
Didn't he also do a Masters of Horror? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
But he was also like the showrunner for like the good Walking Dead seasons.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
No, those were great until they got to the bad ones.
Right. Well, they were different showrunners after that point. But the effects, apparently, the director told them that they could kind of go all out in their killings and all that kind of stuff because he knew he was going to have to cut a bunch of stuff, and that he was planning on releasing a director's cut of Jason Goes to Hell, which apparently, I don't know if it's the one we watched, but apparently there's more blood and violent stuff in there.
I get kind of annoyed like having to figure out like what version of a movie I'm watching. Usually if it's a stream, like you don't know, you have to. I mean, it's like I'm always worried we're gonna end up like in a Blade Runner situation where there's like a million different versions of this movie and you never know which one you're checking out.
Right. Travis Mitchell says this is probably the only one with actual gore in it. I think so, probably. And some of it is shockingly nasty. I think they go in like Jason X kind of has it, but I think this is done a little bit better.
A lot of the gore, right, in the Friday the 13th movies is mostly like dismemberment.
Yeah.
Right. Like somebody gets their head slapped off.
Right. But the thing is, like a lot of it, me and Bryce talked about is
or stabbing.
A lot of it's done off camera, which is kind of annoying because
after 4, because oh wait,
he stopped trying to do the Hitchcock, like style.
Yeah,
and went a bit more like camp and cheese with it.
I can't remember if it's 3. No, 4 is no. Is it 3 the one with the biker gang?
Yeah, 3 is the one with the biker gang.
I think 4 is the 4. Yeah, 4 is the one. I think the last one they had Savini, or they had Savini.
See, I'm not sure about that.
That could be wrong, but you can tell you can tell on 4. That's the one where they hit him on the side of the head with a machete, right? And he like slides down. That's Jarvis like starts.
That
Yeah, that's
was
cool.
Well,
with Corey Feldman, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's 4.
Because
Yeah.
after like 5, it's just like you were saying, right? It's just a lot of like straight jabs and stabs.
Yeah,
or
and then they
sometimes
show him
they go
dead and
off
stuff,
or they go off
yeah.
scene. Yeah, I don't know why in 5.
Yeah,
maybe
we
a
had
little bit
mentioned
6
like
they did that
like
too.
when they do the stab and they go cut to
Yeah.
the face and they're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
They
yeah.
did a
Or
lot of
like,
that.
and
after
it's
4.
always like you just see like an arm doing the
Yeah.
you know, like you don't actually see Jason. Again, like it's a lot of that like old timey style of that I understand it horror.
Yeah.
Especially with everything, the soundtrack, the film grain, it's fun. I like it.
So in
but
Jason Goes to Hell, we have 25 kills,
different.
which I think is probably the
Woo.
most up until we get to
Is
Freddy
it?
versus Jason.
Okay.
Jason X 2001, set in the distant future, Jason is discovered frozen and brought aboard a spaceship. He is resurrected and begins killing the crew. Eventually, he is transformed into a stronger cybernetic version of himself, but is ultimately stopped before reaching Earth. 21 kills in Jason X.
Lord Zed Jason.
yeah.
I love that shit. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
Lord Zed, that's funny, dude.
Oh, just real quick, just to backtrack, the writer-director Adam Marcus is releasing the Ghost of Hell documentary this year, I believe.
Cool.
And then he's supposed to go into production on his
Sweet.
what is that? Creighton?
Yeah.
Duke?
Crichton?
Crichton.
Sure.
Killer.
Crichton Duke.
I wish I had time to rewatch the Crystal Lake documentary because it goes into like a lot of detail of every one of these movies. I've seen it one time. It's like 4.5 hours long. It's really
I have
long.
not, and that's why.
It took me days to watch it. I didn't watch it all at once.
It would take me months, but I will probably get around to it now that I've
last night, Roland and I were on Discord watching Jason X.
Yeah.
And it's a little long-winded. It's a short movie. It's a little long-winded on certain parts. My favorite part is obviously when he turns very cybernetic and the part where he's in the VR simulation.
Yeah.
That's the best part for me.
Great.
Like everything else.
The second time.
Yeah, for the second time. But like the VR simulation whenever he's with the girls though.
You didn't like when the guy fell on the giant drill? And he started like spinning.
And he starts spinning down. Yeah,
it's all silly.
That's
it's
funny.
all silly.
The guy's like,
was
there's
very
like,
funny.
What's wrong with him? He's screwed.
It's just when I
fucking stupid.
It's all silly.
I always thought this is one of the worst movies, but it's also one of my favorite because of that. That VR scene made me laugh so much.
Yeah, it's great.
She's like, do you want to have some drinks or smoke some pot?
Do you want to have some alcohol or some illegal drugs or some what is it like?
Or smoke some pot
or some premarital sex?
Yeah. We love premarital sex.
Yeah, that's so stupid. But it shows him like fucking slamming the girl with those sleeping bag.
You still hear them like laughing or whatever, like
giggling. I told Roland, I was like, it's just so funny that there's no real music behind it. It's like seems kind of silent.
Yeah,
and he's just slamming.
You just hear the birds chirping.
It's a very quiet sound too. I don't think he's hitting a pillow. Like I mean, obviously, but like just like he's hitting a pillow or something.
Right.
No noise.
That was such a funny scene. They're like, "Oh crap! I think he saw me. Well, what do you do? Think of something." And just as he's on them, hey Jason. Thing.
God. I mean, I don't think I ever go back and rewatch Jason X at this point. I've seen the others more, but like Jason X is not the one I go. Even though I saw that in the theater.
Oh really?
And I did see it in the theater.
I saw Jason X the most because they would play it on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, that's what Roland said. Like he was watching on Sci-Fi all the time.
So I hadn't checked out the IMDb, but like the actress that plays the cyborg in that one is the same one from did you ever watch the Stargate TV series, Bryce?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's the blonde in that one. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah. She looks familiar. Yeah.
She's like one of the leads, but I tried to get into that show, and I always meant to like try to go through it, because like they had a lot of cool actors, but that one and Stargate Atlantis, I tried to check out.
I saw more of Stargate than Stargate Atlantis, but yeah, I should go back and check it out.
I'm more like a Sequest DSV kind of guy myself.
Sequest, hell yeah, dude.
All right, now we're going off the rails.
Come on,
we're going off the rails. Let's go back already.
Sentient dolphin, talking dolphin. I guess
let's go back. This is getting
great, man.
Damn it, Ray!
If you want to do a whole podcast on Sequest, we can do that. But like, that's
by the way, one more digression. Roland, I got you beat on that. I played the side quest video game for Super Nintendo. It
The
sucked.
Sequest?
Oh man.
Yeah, Sequest video
Oh, that
game
is
sucked
rough.
ass.
I am so sorry.
Nerd alert.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right, Freddy vs. Jason,
Shame.
2003.
Here.
Also saw that in theater. In a crossover with A Nightmare on Elm Street, again, because he's on New Line Cinema, they can kind of do this. Freddy Krueger resurrects Jason to spread fear on Elm Street so he can regain his power because everyone forgot about him and he's really pissed about it.
So mad.
However, the two end up clashing in an all-out battle with both seemingly defeated. 25 kills in this one. I think Kane Hodder also plays Jason in this one as well.
Yep.
Of course, you have Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger. This one had I was watching it again this morning, and I remember liking this one a lot. I don't seem to like favor it as much anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's definitely a product of its time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's just I don't know what it reminds me. When did it come out?
2003.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Did you see that one in theaters?
I did, yeah.
I didn't.
Me too.
But
you.
it just reminded me like all those other movies that were coming out kind of the same time, like The Faculty and like
yeah.
it just had like that, you know, the kid, like I don't know, man, like
It
they had
even
the
like,
stoner kid that gets killed by the fucking Freddy
Yeah,
caterpillar.
it was like a cinematography kind of a thing going on. There was a lot of sex. Was there a lot of sex in this one too? No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
There was, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like they
lot
started
of if I may,
relying on the tropes more, like in these
They
particular
did.
movies.
It was just
Yeah.
sort of like all of the same tropes with you know, an updated camera, but like, you know, 2000 style.
Yeah, it just had that.
those
Yeah,
photos.
you know what I mean. Like I had
So
that.
like it was dangerously close to being dog shit. Like all the movies around that time were. So
I mean, you have Robert Englund doing great as Freddy Krueger still.
Oh, of course he's
and also like playing it up whenever he's battling Jason. It was entertaining enough to see them go at it. And
I did like that a lot.
yeah, that's the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was
It's almost like watching a Transformers movie. You just want to see the Transformers fight. Like I don't give a shit about anything else. And that's kind of how I feel about Freddy versus Jason. Let's see the battle. Let's see it happen. I don't like seeing Freddy Krueger mopey about the fact that he can't convince these kids to be afraid of him. You know, like I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that at all.
He's having nightmare ED. The scene where he's like the shadow and he's like, I haven't reached my powers yet. I haven't gotten my powers.
yeah. He stabs the kid.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no. Like, well, you know, maybe consult your doctor.
Yeah.
Right.
Shadows aren't performing quite as.
Yeah.
The last one here is Friday the 13th, 2009. The reboot combines elements of the first 4 films.
I don't know why I thought that this one came after or before
Freddy vs. Jason? No, 2009.
Yeah.
2009.
Oh, man.
Jason witnesses his mother's death and grows up to become the feared killer of Camp Crystal Lake, where he hunts down a group of young people. And the film reintroduces the classic setting and Jason's origin with a modern twist. I saw this one again this morning, and I still enjoy this one a lot more because its speed runs through the first 3 films for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's one part where he's like running at the girl with that mask on, and then he like it kind of cuts.
Yeah.
And that I like that title card a lot because it was like I thought the movie was like ready to go. Like we are just introducing the title card.
Yeah.
After all that shit happens, which is cool to me, and I think it's Michael Bay. It looks like a Michael Bay movie, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jerry Bruckheimer and Michael Bay. One of those because I know they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I liked as well. And then this one as well. And I like this one. I don't know why this one gets a lot of hate, but I liked it. I don't have much emotion or like sacred emotion.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude, that was
that.
sorry not to interrupt you, dude. That was Marcus Nispel. That was the same dude. Or
No,
at
but
least
like
that's
the
what I'm checking
producers and
out.
stuff, like who produced it.
Oh, the producer.
Yeah.
That was Cunningham, Sean S. Cunningham. Yeah, and Michael Bay. You're right.
Yeah.
Right on.
I told you.
I liked this one a lot too in theaters. It was pretty great.
That I had a fun time watching the remake. Again, I don't have any sort of like issues with the fact that they remade this movie because the other ones are of their time and they're a little slower paced. This one speeds everything up, and that's what I kind of wanted watching these movies. So
this one is a little like, well, man, I was really after seeing this expecting more. I was like, awesome. keep doing this shit, and then
Yeah, and then they just stopped completely. Yeah, that
fuck off.
sucks.
And I was like, all right,
Well,
back to Freddy versus Jason then.
That's what I was saying. Like when you were doing the rankings of the slashers or the like these particular, I guess, horror icons, it's kind of sad because like he really doesn't doesn't really get the love that like Michael Myers, even. Well, I mean, I would say maybe not even Freddy because they tried to reboot Freddy too, but that only went on. That was only one movie as well, right?
Yeah, but that was dog
Yeah.
shit though.
Well,
Like,
I know.
I did not have a good time watching that
No,
movie at all.
I know, but like that just felt like with same thing with like the only one that's really had any success with like I guess well, I don't even know if you want to call them. What did you call them remakes? His new
The Halloween series.
Halloween. Thank you, Halloween series. No, I guess not. I guess
No,
they're more
they're a continuation
right? Oh,
of
that's
the
true.
first one. So I mean,
Oh, the only one that I guess the
Um,
only one that was remade was the Rob Zombie one, which those were bad.
yeah, and those are terrible.
Yeah.
So,
So all right.
so
All right.
But there's
you guys-
no continuations.
Huh?
There's no continuations of Friday the 13th going on. Like nobody's continuing.
not yet. Well, they were
now.
supposed to do the TV series, the recent
Video
one.
games mostly.
Yeah, but
Video
that's
games.
true.
Fuck that. That's not the
Oh,
same.
they're great. Fuck off.
Hey, but they're not.
But-
They don't continue with the same media that this started with. You know, this is not films.
No.
I think
I
you
mean,
like,
video-
I
video
think you
games-
like the I think you like the video game though, Ray.
See, everyone says that shit. It's
I
never
think-
gonna work,
Nah,
right?
I don't think you would.
It's never gonna work.
No,
I don't
Ray,
like video games. We talked about this already.
know what you would sit through, Ray, and not play.
Mind you, I'd sit through and watch it. I would not play these games.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
No.
Anywho, the time has come, guys. After 1 solid hour of discussing these films, we
All
are
right.
going to actually rank these movies.
Are we gonna rank them individually, or we're gonna rank them as a group? I think.
And
this is time
We're going to
that,
go one at a time. We're going to start with
Yeah.
12, go to 1, worst to best of the Friday the 13th franchise. And I have to make sure I tell everyone this. These little pictures are color coded. So Roland is green. I am purple. Bryce is blue. So you can reveal. Oh shit! This hideous fuck.
Wow. Yeah. Put the bag back on, Jason. Better with it.
Yeah, you gotta pull that Kramer thing. You're like, look away, I'm hideous.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, look away.
it's like.
Yeah, I had to take that off to see the. I can see shit in there, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be smaller
eat,
on that end,
watch
but like we'll be looking at it on this end.
Everything
over
was
here.
burlap colored. I couldn't see.
Burlap colored. So who wants to go first?
I have never done this before, so I have no.
Well, you're just gonna tell me which one's the worst
Oh, I
one
can
so
tell
far.
you. I thought I was gonna like try to mess with it.
No,
Okay, no.
you're gonna tell me, and
bad.
I'm gonna do it. I have full control here,
Full
so
control.
your opinion is gonna be in my hands, kind of, sort of.
So
Roland, worst-
I don't want to go first. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
I'll go first. Then. You
All
ready?
right, man.
I have mine written down here. Mind you, this was even last minute too.
I'm rolling with it, but I'll be fine.
Okay, so my number 12 is Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Oh, okay.
That is my worst so far. It's not my favorite. I don't really like it very much.
Mm,
Because he has that stupid fucking sack on. That's not the reason why.
Really, man? Damn. Dude.
tell us how you feel, Ray.
No, I just don't really care for this one that much. It's not the one I go to at all.
Yeah.
So Friday the 13th Part 2 is my least favorite, my number 12.
Yep.
Bryce.
I am going to go with. You know what? I'll say 2 as well.
Damn it. Ah,
So
Well, you can
far-
also not. You can also rank it your least favorite as well. I mean, yeah, because
I am.
I see what you're
That's-
saying. Like,
It
I know
is,
for me,
it is
yeah.
my absolute least fucking favorite.
Wow. We're
all
we're in
these.
a total agreement right now. This is crazy.
Ray, no, it's not. Remember, I think this happened as well in the Halloween movies. And then at one point, we just went.
Oh yeah, we're
Just
gonna
completely
split
scattered.
up like at some point for sure. So I'll go with my number 11.
I was gonna
Let's see,
say
where is it?
maybe.
Right.
possibly
Number
5.
11. I
Take your time. Take
have-
your time.
No, I have them all written down here. Like I'm not thinking of this
I
right
meant,
now.
I
at
meant
all.
race. Bryce, excuse me.
Number 5 is. I'm sorry. Number 11 is number 5 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're gonna. I almost picked number 5 for the 12, but I think I may have to be.
Are we agreeing in agreement
Yeah,
again
'cause
too?
I was gonna. You know what? Actually,
Hold on.
switch. You know what? Switch. Move 2 up to 11 and give me 5 on 12.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's
so. Yeah.
we're having chaos. It's fucking chaos right now. All right.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I don't like the kills in 5.
I mean, they're not great. I think the
Yeah.
only one that's cool, but like, is the whenever that guy kills the chocolate man.
Oh, well, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
The chocolate man.
Wait a minute.
The chocolate
We're talking
man.
about Jason here. That's
Yeah.
a different story. That's a side story.
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Roland, what's your number 11?
Story that would ended up being the main story. My number 11 is actually part 5 as well. I really didn't like that movie.
Wow. Okay.
It was
I am shocked.
like I got problems with the story itself, like the setting, the characters.
But it doesn't have Jason in it. That's why. Like that's a big reason. Also,
yeah.
I mean,
like too much of their bullshit, and they all sucked too. They were supposed to be. I thought there were people there that were like trying to recover from some like different illnesses and things of some sort, and whether they like be physical or like mental, I don't remember which, or if it was a combination of, but like it was just weird because it seemed like a lot of them were acting like they were at a, like in the other ones where they were at camp, like sex camp or some shit, like like
Oh, you know what?
all of them.
You're gonna change again?
No. The other thing I'm gonna. No.
It was,
I'm sorry, Ray. It was such a big deal for you to move the fucking
watching them.
icon over
Like,
once.
It's too much press.
But-
Don't.
like
No, I was
having that
gonna say like,
context,
did they ever
would-
explain why they keep having all the kids come back to Camp Crystal Lake? Why don't they just leave the place alone? It's like Camp Lulu
It's,
Sam in Brownsville. They abandoned that fucking
I
place.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man.
First of all,
Maybe
if it had a cooler name,
Well,
maybe they would go
sure.
back. You know.
they need everything they can
And
get.
that
I
lake
know.
was not crystal, man. It was pretty brackish.
No,
It
was pretty brackish.
That lake's dirty, dude. It's just full of like fish poop.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
no one's
gross.
cleaning it, right? They're just like
They could've-
throwing the kids back
they
at
could've
Crystal
called
Lake
it
and
like,
not really doing much to
Yeah,
it.
all
Could've
those
called
kids
it-
are peeing in it every year.
Camp Quartz Lake or something. I don't
Just
know,
like killing
crystal.
all of the life.
So if you see my pointer, my number 10 is going to be Friday the 13th, the original.
Ooh.
Really?
I did it. I did it.
Mm.
I mean, it's whatever, it's not a big deal.
Oh, you're
Don't
so
cry
brave.
about it. I mean, it's all right.
So brave.
I'm doing it. I am brave, like I'm going to have the world coming at me for this one.
All right.
Right?
The
It's a
internet is
classic.
going to
I
rise
don't
up
think it
and
was
slap
gonna-
you down
no,
like
I
the
mean-
degenerate. you
All
are.
of our subscribers are going to unsubscribe tomorrow
Right, all
morning.
2 of them. Oh no, we need them. We need you. I mean,
I
we
need you to
do,
keep on going, for God's sakes.
But I'm still
But
going to be a
seriously, we do,
sarcastic
yeah.
bitch about everything. Woo!
I'm sorry
Yeah.
my opinions have caused you such harm.
Yeah.
So number 5, Bryce, let's go. Do it.
You're probably not gonna like me for this, Ray, but let's go ahead and do the 2009 at 10.
Oh shit.
Mm,
Remake
Sorry.
number 10.
Sorry, guys.
Oh God, you're never gonna be on this podcast again.
yeah, we can't be friends anymore.
Well, if these
what?
are the standards we're keeping here. Maybe. No, I'm just-
We can't be friends, and you two are no longer allowed to associate either.
You guys are
Yeah.
supposed to agree with me. That was the agreement. Being on the podcast.
Exactly.
that was the contract.
You signed
breaking
it.
the
You
rules.
signed it. Roland, what's your number 10?
I was trying to remember. Like I already said, part 3, which was the 3D one, right?
You haven't said
Or
part
did
3
I?
yet.
Oh, no, I haven't.
You're
Okay.
barely on part 1
Yeah.
and part
That's right.
part 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go with part 3 then, the 3D one, because it was just really dumb.
Really dirty.
Although, like, so no, that's what I'm gonna go with. I was just thinking, like, it's the historic one that introduced the mask, but then I was like, oh, but I hate Shelley so much.
Shelly sucks.
Shelley
And
sucks so much.
You know,
His character is just
as
so
much as
weird.
he sucks, like I felt bad for him because he didn't get laid. He didn't do. He didn't. Did he really
say,
like?
Ray? Are you
He feels bad for himself for being an
commiserating with
asshole,
Shelley?
or
Were you like
no,
were you the guy in high school who were like, guys, I'm clowning around?
Yeah, no, but he says that like after he like takes a shit on
I
like the
know, but
teacher's desk or something.
and look,
you know?
look, I'm
Yeah,
being nice
Just
when I
to
say
go
this. Like,
past-
he's kind of like a pathetic character, you know.
Yeah,
And I
he
feel
also,
sad that he fucking like.
self-loathing, but he's also like he uses it as a defensive
Well, who's
for being like an
well,
annoying
you know
shit.
what? That's
He's,
kind of true,
he's
man.
annoying
Because
shit, right?
who's more pathetic though, him
Uh.
or the guy that's Crispin? I don't know. His name.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The
Crispin
guy who's
Glover?
Crispin. No, not Crispin. Crispin Glover's friend.
The one that calls him the
dead
fuck
fuck. Yeah, that guy's more. I
That
feel like
guy's a
that
huge
guy's
dick
pretty pathetic
as well.
Yeah,
because he thinks
he
he's. The problem with him is he thinks he's cool, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
So like I think I
he
had a
wasn't-
note here about this movie about how like everybody in this movie being shitty,
Which
like as a
one?
person.
Part
And-
3.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're
part
all
three or
kind
part
of
four?
shitty people.
He's talking about part 3.
Oh, part 3. Oh, okay.
Part 3, yeah. Like I think Shelley was kind of a crap,
You know,
person.
I did want to
and
bring
then,
this up. Is that like whenever Shelly, that girl finds Shelly dead,
Yeah.
like the acting is so bad in that one,
Yeah.
where she's like, Shelly, oh my
Shelley, oh
god,
my
Shelly,
god, oh man,
Shelly.
she sounded like
Yeah.
like fucking.
Yeah.
It reminded me whenever you did the
Stan
fucking
from,
voice from The Crow,
it's-
like, yo, Shelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Shelly. God,
was thinking
oh my
of,
God,
Randy.
Shelly.
I was thinking of Randy
Hey,
from South Park when he's
it's
talking
bad.
to his daughter, Shelly, Shelly, and like he sounds like such a dumbass.
So I'm gonna
Four's not that much better.
I'm gonna go with number
acting.
9, and it's gonna be number 7. I know, it's so crazy. I'm not too fond of telekinetic girl, you know. I can't
What do
help
you?
it.
I was about to say like, what are you doing your Buffalo Bill voice for accent?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel great.
It's so crazy.
Come on, Ray.
Hold on,
You don't like
which
the way
one
she
is
was
it?
hosing him down with the gas can?
Lotion.
Wait a minute. Is 2 the one with the guy in the wheelchair? Yes. Oh, I thought that was like one of your favorite
Oh.
kills, dude.
But that doesn't
That's-
save the whole movie.
Yeah. Yes, it does. No.
Yes, it does. How dare you?
No, like
The kills are hilarious.
that is one of my favorite kills, but that doesn't
the
save
best
the whole
point.
fucking movie
I
like at
know.
all.
It's
I
one of the best
know.
kills, and it's also one of the best like recaps or whatever in the
Yeah.
next movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
See?
right as the intro.
See, that's
Yeah,
great.
well,
is because when they
that's-
recap it, they
Well, that's
show
what
that
this-
asshole going down the stairs.
That's
you
what
know?
this franchise
And
is famous for, though. Like
The
the
recaps?
first quarters of the movie is all recap.
I mean, it's not
You
the
save-
quarter, but it's
Ah,
like
you
it's
save
a
some
good portion.
time,
It's a good
dude.
portion of it, though.
But this one
It's a
was
good
like a
portion of it.
recap of all the kills, as
Mm.
opposed to like
Right.
the original story where it's like, oh, what happened to Jason or whatever.
Yeah.
My favorite though was still when they were like almost like straight up fourth walled it or whatever with the 007 intro.
Yeah.
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 You know, and that was Jason Lives or Jason?
No, that was part 4, isn't it?
That was
Part
part
5,
4, dude. I think it might have been
6.
part 5.
Part 6. No, it's part 6. I think after he gets resurrected,
Oh,
they show him walking into that little
yeah.
bullseye thing.
Yeah, that's so part 6. It was Jason.
Yeah,
Lives.
Is Jason Goes to Hell the one where they have the narrator?
I think so.
He's like,
Yeah, I think
yes,
so.
and you know,
Yeah,
and he
'cause
comes
there
back.
isn't
They kill him, but he comes
Ever
back.
a
It's like,
narrator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bryce, you're number 9.
Mm,
What did you pick, Ray? 7?
I picked number 7 as my number 9.
7. That was.
That was a New Beginning. No, that was
That's New Blood.
New Blood, yeah.
Yep.
Damn. I don't know, man. Oof.
What are you gonna do, Bryce? What are you gonna do?
I kind of do like Psychic Power Girl, but it's not my favorite. Yeah, go ahead and put 9 there. I'm gonna do the Psychic guy, Psychic chick. Sorry, not guy. Psychic chick.
7.
There it is.
7 for 9.
All right, Roland, you're number 9.
I hate to agree with you, Ray, but and I don't hate to agree with you at all, Bryce, because you're a sensible, reasonable
Fuck
person.
you.
I appreciate that.
Fuck you, Roland.
Ray's just a bitch. I would, yeah.
Unanimous
Wow.
vote time.
See,
Hey.
see, I don't even need to. Ray understands.
Hey,
Uh,
realistically,
Unanimous.
Nice. There's so many subtle onion layers to that.
yeah.
Very good reference.
I gotta have that as a button on the soundboard. Man.
Yeah, anytime.
This one kind of had, I think, kind of maybe one of the dumber soundtracks to it, because it's a lot of like they're banging on like drums or something, or like getting like rattling some chains or something like for the theme song.
Were you in the studio or something?
Yeah, you know all the insider secrets.
You're in the studio like talking.
No, man, it sounded like that's what it sounded like to me. That's all.
Maybe
like,
they got Tom Waits to do it.
Oh, maybe
that sounds very Tom Waitsy.
that
Like
would be funny.
Roland was in there hitting.
That would be awesome,
he was
man.
banging the chains on the drums. Like,
no, he got like a aluminum trash can. He's like,
yeah. Oh, you mean it's they got the people from Stomp to do the.
Yeah, right.
I mean, part 7 is the one that like. There's like so much fun shit about it though. Were we trying to remember any of the kills?
Not yet. We're gonna kind of just casually talk about them after we finish ranking.
All right.
So my number 8 is going to be. I'm sorry, Roland, but it's Jason X.
This mother lover.
Jason X is number 8 for me. Even though Cronenberg comes out and gets killed in the very beginning,
Yes.
That is a cool part of it.
Man.
Yeah, he's an iconic character. He's an iconic director, and I believe he wanted to be in this movie because he wanted to get killed. So I mean, good on him.
That's why he did it, or like that was the only reason why he was.
He should have introduced his directorial debut on it though. A bunch of body horror. You know,
man, that would have been nuts. Imagine.
Oh my God. Well, I guess in a way, I mean,
the girl gets frozen. She like
yes, but also he becomes a new he transcends his humanity.
Stop reading too much into this goddamn movie. Bryce, you're number 8.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, take your time. Ray, don't be a puta.
Just call me a puta? Bitch away?
No, because see, I kind of actually like Jason X quite a bit, but I don't know, man. Freddy vs. Jason is pretty good, so I really can't.
Yep.
And everyone's going to hate me for this, but Manhattan's kind of my...
Really?
It's a little bit of my jam, the campiness.
You're gonna get us shut down. FBI, if you're listening.
Which ones have I not?
StreamYard's gonna cut us off. Like,
right.
Like these motherfuckers have no taste whatsoever.
They're gonna send us a bill for their free service.
Damn, dude. I guess. Have I picked 6 yet? Did I do 6?
No, I don't think so. No. Bryce, you have gone for number 7, the remake, number 2, and number 5.
Nobody. I don't think anybody's picked 6.
6 for me, man. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I'm telling you. Well, some of my top ones are probably gonna be a little controversial, but I don't.
That's fine. I mean, that's what this is all about. All right. Roland, you're number 8.
I haven't mentioned that one, but damn it.
Man, you guys really like the remake. Where do you? Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see where y'all put that up there, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be your number 1.
I'm not letting you see the list. I'm not letting you see the list. I'm not letting you see the list, dude. I'm not letting you see my list. All right, it's written down here. It's not. That's not correct. But I'm not gonna let you see the rest of my list. All right, I have it written down.
Wow.
Secret.
Damn. All right.
Roland, make your pick.
I'm trying to think here. I already mentioned part 4, right? No, final chapter.
No, you haven't.
Final chapter.
No, all the final chapters still here. So final chapter for you.
Yeah, I think part 4 was the one I'm gonna.
All right.
Wait, hold up. Let me just triple check. because I think I might have made a slight mistake. Shit. So, final chapter is the one about
Careful, Roland. You know how he is about having to change things.
But I think I did that to him last time too, or like we changed it or something. Like I know we shifted him around at the end as well. I feel like yeah, we did actually. I wanted to switch my 11th pick, part 5.
Whoa, I was really.
Yeah. Like I jumped back for some reason.
You know how many turns of the scroll wheel he's going to have to do for that?
I'm already on 5, you fuck.
His fingers cramping. Dude.
You see this, Roland? It's all because of you.
Oh no, he's gonna cramp.
Tell me.
So I wanted to switch part 5 on number 11. That was actually supposed to be my 8, and the 11 was supposed to be part 4. I think is what I was looking at.
All right, well there it is.
Hold up, let me just. I don't know. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was. Part 5, final chapter. Yeah, my bad.
All right, my number 7 is part 3. There's a lot of images I do like about part 3. Whenever it gets clapped in the head with the machete, and it's kind of he does that thing that I think it's funny.
Yeah,
it was.
I find it hilarious whenever the gentleman who was knocked out in the barn tries to come to someone's rescue and immediately gets killed. That's funny.
Yes, after he was supposed to have already been dead.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Don't you love it whenever he like cuts one of their throats with the back of the machete?
Yeah,
that's fun. This one does have a few kills that I enjoy. You know, the harpoon. You know, because of the whole 3D thing. The little eye, the stupid eye.
Yeah, that
that's stupid.
See, that's what I mean, though, man. Right? I would have fucking liked to have seen that.
But I mean, mind you, you're gonna see it in like the worst possible 3D, which is the blue and red.
Yeah,
eyeglasses.
Have they not made have they not remastered it to do like work on 3D TVs?
So there were
I have
3D
no idea.
TVs for a time. I don't know that like that's still a thing. Like, but with the black glasses.
Look, let me tell you, if you haven't seen a 3D in the old school way with the red and blue, have you?
I have, yes.
The last movie I saw like that was Freddy's Dead.
Oh, cool.
Right. Which was cool. Because I mean, in the fucking movie, she puts it
How
on,
did you
like
see anything, Ray?
Well, no.
Oh, just because it's the colored lenses.
Right. I didn't have glasses at the time.
Not the. Oh no shit. Okay.
I remember the instructions are like, I was reading it like so carefully. It said, when she puts on the glasses, put on the glasses. So I was just like,
I would have loved
whenever
to see
that happened, I was like,
3D. That would have been great.
It was fun.
I would have loved seeing the 3D Jaws, but
that would have been cool.
Yeah,
I'll be look, guys. I was actually pretty bougie at one point. I did have a 3D TV. Yeah, and we had the glasses, and I bought. There was like this old like 1950s movie or something. It was called The Skull or something like that, and it was like one of the first 3D movies ever made, and they had reproduced it. I bought it. It was pretty cool. Like I felt like an asshole though. I was like standing there at the TV. I was standing. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I mean, the thing is, it's such a gimmick. You never like use it. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I am curious if they have ever redone the.
I have part
the Jason 3
in like a 4K.
Yeah,
but it's just what it is. You know, it's not. I mean, I would like to own the whole series in a 4K kind of thing, like a steelbook.
Yeah.
Because the ones I have in steelbook, I believe, is part 3 and part 6.
Oh, okay.
Which I mean, is just quite jumpy, but like yeah. But Bryce, you're number 7.
I'm going 3 as well, man.
All right.
I do like some of the kills on there. Yes, the harpoon. And I believe this is also the one with one of my favorite kills, the handstand split.
The wishbone.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I like how
I'm
he
just making
double-handed the fucking. he like double hands the machete too.
You know, I'll say that's a cool
He's never-
shot though. Like where
Yeah.
he's just like this.
Oh, up from the bottom.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then he
but
chops. He chops, and then he like drops towards the
yeah,
camera.
but it almost like the thing bounced off his crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. But that's what I'm saying. And also he double hand. I don't think I've ever seen Jason double hand anything. And he's like there.
Nope.
He's like,
What is
he really wants to get those balls.
what is
Just
Jason
the
Voorhees?
spears,
What
the
does his
spears.
inner monologue sound like? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get your balls."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I
Oh,
probably
he
thought
has
like,
no
I'm
idea.
never gonna get another shot like this.
Just,
So I better make
he's
sure.
just giggling to himself the
See
whole
the balls.
time.
See, if you get someone like Damian Leone on that, like you're gonna see like the machete hit and
Yeah.
the balls go
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
fucking explode.
They come out of the sack.
No,
like-
that would have been if it was Michael Bay. It would have
No.
been like explosions.
way.
and shit,
Explosion?
no.
Like-
No, right? And you'll see
Yeah,
like
those
the
balls
nutsack
would've
hit the
been
wall. You know?
dynamite.
Yeah.
Just like
Good.
fire shooting out of his ass.
Roland, you're number 7.
Probably. So I was looking at this, and I think I'm down to. I think I'm down to part 1 for my pick now.
Okay, so you're gonna put part 1 up here.
Yeah.
So number 7. Okay.
Yeah. Let's
All
see.
right.
What do we got left? We have Jason Goes to Hell. I got Jason X. I got Jason Goes to Manhattan. Got the remake. Got,
Well, I mean, if you look at the screen, Roland, you can see you're all green right there. So
I'm looking. I'm looking at the ones that are left. Excuse me.
right. But I'm just telling you what you can see what you have already.
Mm-hmm.
Did I not pick one yet?
No, you haven't.
God damn it.
No,
Okay,
you hadn't either.
You love it. You fucking love it.
Nah, actually, man. Damn it! No, wait, hold on, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta, man. Can you put 1 on 7 for me?
1 on 7,
No.
not
Yeah.
3. Oh.
He's trying. You're copying me now. Come on.
No, I'm sorry because
I got to change my mind because I'm special.
you gotta
I'm cool.
make Ray work.
That's
Work
true.
those fingers, dude.
He's got to burn
Oh,
those
like David
calories.
Icke?
Flex those fingers.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what,
because I do like 3.
I
but-
picked 1 already, so like that was
Yeah, that was pretty early.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
way early, man. But
Which
so
one
my
was
number
one?
my number 6 is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
beach.
I'm kind of going like midway. I mean, it's
I
not
think
like
that's
the
about
worst,
where
you know?
I figured that one would have sat with you.
Yeah,
It wasn't too
It's-
bad. It wasn't too great, but like
I was telling Bryce, I go, I feel like they couldn't decide what the young Jason was supposed to look like because there's various visions of him, and some he has
I-
hair and he looks like Sloth with hair from the Goonies.
I like the GQ
He's
Jason,
like-
right?
Like he pops out, he's like Baby Ruth, you know,
I-
that kind of shit.
No, that dude. I
Is
like
that what
I
happens?
like the GQ Jason. You know, if he's like this, he's pretty damn handsome. But he just turns out.
Oh,
You
it's
know
a
what I
side
mean?
profile,
Just like-
and then that's where it all goes to shit.
Yeah.
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 That's when they're like, drown! Let that motherfucker drown!
I think we crashed, or did I crash?
No,
Okay.
we're all right.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Your screen, I guess, froze on my end. I don't know if mine did for you guys.
I
No,
kind of
the
like
audio?
glitched a little bit, but it's all right.
We can hear you and see you.
Yeah, you seem
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Nothing happened on our end.
Yeah.
This is the issues with the live stream. You know, you do what you can.
Oh, okay.
Bryce, what's your number 6?
It's gonna be 3 for me, man. Number 6. Yep. I wanted
Number
I wanted to
3,
bump up. Yeah.
the first
3. No, I wanted to bump up 3.
All
Okay,
right.
three.
I like 3 better than 1, but I don't hate 1 as much as Ray does. It's like way down
one.
here.
I don't
Hey.
think any of us do. Apparently.
So Roland, what's your number 6?
I was trying to decide between the remake and Manhattan. Manhattan was had a lot of fun in it, but it was also really dumb when I didn't like his face under the mask in that one. It just looked like
You didn't look
Low
as
effort.
handsome as I thought he was going to be.
yeah, he should have looked way hotter. That's the problem with it. that
I mean,
have
he's
with
in New
that, so-
York, you know?
Actually, no. So like, was it the one before that one with the psycho power girl?
That's part 7,
That's
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like in part 7, his like his figure looks cool, where you can see like part of the like his skeleton or whatever, or was that in the next one where they started doing that one? I
I
think it
think it
was
was in the
in
next one because
7.
like
You think it was the next one? Fuck.
in part 8
That's where he
he's
has
been
the
sitting
Muppet mouth
he's
or
been sitting in the
whatever.
water more, like he's had more time in the water and stuff like that. So like
Yeah,
he comes back and he's
I
more
think
chewed
it's.
up and
I
stuff.
think. Yeah, you're right. Then that one, like in Man, he looks really cool.
So which one do you
And
want?
yeah, I'm gonna go with Manhattan as
All
my
right.
number 6.
Okay.
Because yeah, I didn't really like the way his mask looked on that one.
All right, we're in the top 5 now, gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. So my number 5.
All right, moment of truth here.
Is Freddy versus Jason. It's a midpoint for me. I like it. It's of its time, and it's kind of like one of the ones I saw in theater for the first time. And I enjoyed myself because I love Freddy, and Freddy Jason battle can't really hurt too much. I did enjoy the
intro.
No.
What?
I enjoyed like the stars, like the
I was gonna say
Jennifer.
the
Is it
soundtrack.
Jennifer? Is it what's that girl's name? Monica McKeon. I don't know, but the girl that comes out, she's like the star of it. I liked her because like she was like in Dawson's Creek and shit like that. So it was at the right around that time. Yeah, I watched Dawson's Creek.
Were most of the characters in this from like
Ray, all the silicone breasts, dude.
those kinds of?
Let's be honest.
Ray, our viewers are
right, yeah. Bryce, what's your number 5?
Ooh, damn, I don't know. Jason X for me, man. It's
Jason X, all right.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know.
Come on, man.
Wow, you sound like Jason right now too.
Damn. God darn.
It's gonna be on record forever, and you'll be ridiculed for the rest of your life.
All right.
Shame this man.
God damn. All right. Controversial time, but let's go ahead and put 4 on. Is that 4? I got 4.
4?
What is the one right there?
No. 6.
This one right here.
No. The one in the middle there.
This one. This is part. This is part 4.
Yeah. All right. Let's put 4 there. I do like the kills and effects on that. I like seeing Crispin Glover getting a cleaver to his face.
Wait.
I also like too where I don't know if you catch this, which is funny, but he says something about, I guess I'm a rat. And I was like, oh, Willard?
Yeah, eventually, yeah, sure.
He knew he was gonna be that guy. But anyways, I like the kills in 4.
Okay, all right.
I like they did a really good job with the effects.
Roland, you're up.
In 4.
We're at number 5 now.
Okay.
What's your number 5? Give it to me.
Let's see. I already done that one. Yes. So I've got that one.
Like the machete to the face too.
He's like trying to see the damn screen. Which ones do I have left?
Roland, you have Freddy versus Jason. Remake. You have part 6. Awesome. You have the remake. You have Freddy, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X.
Wow. What was the first one? I didn't hear you.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. I just wanted you to say that.
You're fucking stupid.
Sorry, not sorry. So getting down to these ones, I do want to mix in a little bit of the appropriate historical importance of Freddy versus Jason, and Jason Goes to Hell. Dichotomy. Need to just bounce that around in my head a minute. Excuse me. So, yeah, my next one would probably would be Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, okay, all right. All right.
I was thinking I would go with Jason X and put Jason Goes to Hell above that, but I really like compared to the two. I've seen Jason X a lot more.
Shit, man. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I love the trash of it. But like that one, I don't know about you guys, but don't you think that like Jason Goes to Hell was probably aired the least amount on TV? I feel like I saw that one the least.
Yeah.
I saw like I feel like it got forgotten for a long time. Like I don't recall seeing it until like I had to actually search for it.
Well, like on HBO and like Cinemax, they would
like for instance,
Showtime.
Like it's not technically streaming for free anywhere.
No.
I saw that you still have to rent the fucking thing on Prime, but
just buy it.
It was like $3.99 to rent and $4.99 to purchase, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Like, so I can rent it indefinitely until they decide I can't rent it anymore and they take it off their service. So I feel
like
go ahead.
Before like after Jason Goes to Hell or whatever was kind of like when the parody of like this whole series like decided to, you know, jump the shark kind of thing, like at that point, because that was when we had, you know, Jason X and then fucking Freddy versus Jason, and I forget what other ridiculous bullshit by that point. I think that was kind of it. Yeah, well, it actually no, it started with Manhattan, but like I think by the point of Jason Goes to Hell, it was just like, all right, where do we go now? All right, let's go to space. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the logical progression of these movies. I mean, you had Leprechaun went to space.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that one. I never did.
Someone proposed on Instagram that Art is going to go to space in part 4, in which case he's going to like jump into hell. That might be worth watching. Like, you know?
Interesting.
But I mean, that's just like a fan theory.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with my number 4, and my number 4, according to what I have here, is Jason Goes to Hell. I actually quite enjoyed Jason Goes to Hell more than I thought I would, and I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad I technically rent it indefinitely now. It's to me it's my Halloween 6 rolling. I feel, you know, it has more lore, and mind you, not much Jason in it. And we do have that scene, which is not as iconic as it probably should be. You have the hand of Freddy coming up, getting his mask, pulling it down, which I only heard in rumors because I never saw it in theaters. And I was just like, "Oh, look at Freddy comes up!
You got me!"
So I've only appreciated this movie more now than I did when I was younger. So
yeah, when I was a kid, the whole Jason coming, or not Jason, but Freddy coming out. I would always hear all the kids like, "Oh yeah, he comes, he takes him down to hell," and I was like, so in my mind as a kid, I never got to see it till later that I thought, you know, he was gonna like come out and like pull him down in the pit, but it was just like the fucking glove come out and the mask. I was like, oh man, that was bullshit.
I mean, it can kind of be a letdown, I imagine, but
no, I mean, it was still
nice. I liked it. I thought like I was gonna expect more, but I was like, no. Then doesn't like Freddy laugh at the end or something too?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But it was a hint at the Freddy vs. Jason that was coming later.
Yeah, but that didn't come till
much later. But
much later. Yeah. Number 4. Come on now, Roland. What are you eating, bro?
Cereal bar. Strawberry.
Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. This is hard, man, because there's a couple like. Dude, I guess I guess I'm gonna have to go Manhattan, because if I go any higher, people are gonna probably try to hang me and shit. But I like this movie. It was fucking goofy as shit, and I enjoyed it, man. I don't know what it was. I liked it. It is. I like the mask coming off and his weird like I don't know what. I don't even know how to explain it. Like a bad crude drawing face, but. I like where he knocks the guy's head off, because you knew that was inevitably coming. It was just the boxing guy.
Man, that was for such a long scene too. But it was, how long was it? Like 3 minutes of him just like,
I know, but
doing the Bruce Lee. and then Jason just like
knocks his head
uppercut
off.
slaps his head off into the trash can.
You know, I was like watching, and I was like, I wonder if he's gonna like. I kept thinking, oh, he's gonna try to like knock him off the roof. Like that's what he's trying to do. That makes sense. And no, he just
knock his fucking head off, man.
He gets tired, and the guy knocks his head off. And Jason knocks his head off.
All right, Roland, what's your number 4?
I have Jason X. I have the remake, Freddy versus Jason, and which one is left? Jason Lives.
Yeah, Jason Lives. Yeah,
that's gonna be my next, my number 4. Jason Lives.
All right.
I really liked that one because it was again like the start of the Hulk Jason,
the brute force Jason,
the Frankensteiner. Fuck yeah.
Maggot eyes, you know.
It's just yeah. It's cool. That's also like, I mean, everything about like this series at that point just changes. The scoring, like the way the sound effects for everything go. You hear him stomping around fucking heavily and shit. He stops like flinching at things. He stops for the most part doing like a lot of the noises, but then it does get kind of like in Manhattan where he straight up does like a baby screech or some shit. and then like he does have a baby's voice too, actually a kid's voice at the end where he's like mama, and then but it's like God. That weird torn up like.
But is he a kid or is he actually Jason though?
He's a kid.
What do you mean?
Well, if you want to get technical, it's
wasn't he an adult?
It's Freddy versus
like,
Jason when he does that. That's when he's his most bitchiness, when he's in the Freddy's world. He's all like,
oh yeah.
Let's be
Freddy
honest.
Just of course, like
Freddy's
stabs
torturing a mentally handicapped child.
Yeah, that is true.
It's completely on brand for him.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like watching him do it, I was like, oh, this is the one thing that they could completely fuck over Jason with, and that is to say that like he's at heart or at his core a child, an abused child, and against a child abuser. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, I guess it's true. Yeah.
And then like they sort of take, and I think that's even that was occurring to me now, like that's a trope where the abuser becomes like they overcompensate by becoming buff as fuck and then turn around and like become a goddamn Hulk.
Are you talking about like these new alpha males that come around? Like that's what's going on with them?
Oh nah, those are like are some sort of like overcompensating incels or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. What are you talking about, man? That's all natural. Jason didn't. You think Jason was working out underwater and shit or what?
How do you know?
he was taking like undead like demon roids or whatever he got from
like
hell.
he was picking up that fucking rock.
Yeah,
he was eating his Satan Wheaties. His Devilos. Yes, there we go.
All right, I'm gonna go with my number 3, and I was gonna say this: like when we get to 2 and 1, we're just gonna like go and like name them. We're not gonna like wait and take turns. We're just gonna go for it after number 3. But my number 3 is number 6.
6.
Number 4. Sorry. No, number 6. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Wait, sorry. Wrong one.
Oh,
wrong one. I was getting the wrong picture here. I was getting the wrong picture. That one's it right there. Number 4.
Your number 3 is Jason Lives, huh?
My number 3 is Jason Lives. I enjoy this one a lot. I think I've seen this one the most. And cool. I think I had seen that piggybacking off the same guy. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but the guy that comes out in Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2. I've always, anytime I saw him, I was just like, oh yeah, like I like this movie. It just seems like it was a fun movie. I love the intro, especially like whenever he like escapes and then he does that turn.
Yeah,
that's right fun. It's fun. Right, what can I say? It's a fun intro, and I really like it a lot. But yeah, and this kind of like
you turn into a Seinfeld character when you defend yourself. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? It's fun, man. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I really like this one a lot, and I've seen this probably the most, and it's the one I revisit. Not obviously the most, but it's one of the top ones that I do revisit frequently. So number 3 for you, Bryce. Go.
Okay. Jason X.
Jason.
Jason X. All right.
X.
Jason.
Aw.
Yeah, Jason X. Honestly, okay.
You have to defend
Probably
yourself on this
because,
one? You're gonna defend yourself on this one?
No, but only because, okay, look,
No,
it's
what
probably
do
the
you
one I've
mean?
seen the most, honestly, just
How
because
dare
of
you,
all
Ray?
the fucking times it come out on sci-fi, and I was absolutely dumb this fucking movie
Leave
is.
the man alone. Respect his decisions, you whore.
It's great, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
That's fine. I mean, like,
It's got Cronenberg. Come on.
it's got Cronin.
Come
He gets
on.
killed. Like, he's a fan of Jason. Come on. Roland, you're number 3.
Also, Jason X.
Oh, here we go. Down to the last 2.
Like I said, Bryce, I knew we could be friends.
I love Jason X, man. That's awesome.
Ray,
dude. Cybernetic
we're,
Jason. Come on, dude.
friendly.
Yeah. All right.
Cyber Jason, man.
For
Come
the
on.
last 2,
Fucking hilarious.
for the last 2, we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Number 2 is the remake,
Oh wow. Surprise.
and number 1 is Part 4.
Wow.
Part 4. Really?
I really like the introduction of Tommy Jarvis and Corey Feldman and all that kind of stuff. And of course, he's a character that makes masks.
You know,
Who he makes things that I fear the most.
Yeah.
watching all of these, when I came to rewatching this one, like I immediately thought, I was like, oh, there are a lot of things about this one that fucking raised like love, and then fucking Corey Feldman being in here as
because
well.
of fucking Corey Feldman, dude.
Yeah,
Well, yes,
like,
but I mean, like, who Corey Feldman in the 80s? Like, what?
but
was
the thing,
he?
yeah, exactly,
Goonies?
like
Gremlins.
yeah,
I don't know what else.
He's
Well, Lost
He's a
Boys?
star. He's a star. But
he does a good job.
Legend has it that they were gonna make Sloth Jason.
he's
all-
Chunk comes out at the end. He's like, "You're gonna live with me now." He's like, "I'm gonna take care of you." But look, I the most memorable part for me is the ending. You know, when he shaves his head and stuff like that. I like that. I like that whole ending.
You like the shaved head thing?
It doesn't make sense to me, but I enjoyed. I feel like the whole killing, whenever he like slides on the fucking machete, Jason.
I do like
That's really cool. And then
that was a good part.
I
Yeah.
do like the fact that it took a child to like really give it into Jason. You know, like he didn't hold back. He just went fucking.
I mean, watching this movie to me, this was like horror Goonies or whatever. Seeing Corey Feldman in there, and then like again with the effects. Only this was a lot murderier with the horror stuff, you know.
Right.
And so
I need to make a quick defense of like the remake. I saw this in theaters. I really enjoyed it. I wish they were gonna continue on with more, but they didn't. I don't mind that this is a standalone because I just feel it's fun. There's some fun kills.
Yeah.
It really goes heavy on the tropes whenever like they're having sex or doing drugs and all that kind of stuff. And I think one of my fun kills in this one, and I remember being in the theater for this one again. Why it has a good moment or memory for me. Whenever I was watching the theater and the main bad guy, the blonde guy, gets like dragged, he gets thrown on the truck, and he's like all
he
stabbed
gets
up.
like spear
And then,
dragged by the
truck goes,
trailer.
the truck goes off. Everyone in the theater fucking cheered because that guy was a piece of shit, and everyone was glad that he fucking died, as did I. There was
you saw number 4 in theaters?
No, I'm talking about the remake.
He's talking about
the remake. Oh, sorry.
And that singer at the time, I think it was Willa Ford. She came out in this. She's a girl who gets jammed up in the lake whenever he stabs her to the
That's
pier.
That's one of my favorites. I really like that one because it's just like so harsh and just sudden. She's just there like, oh, I'm hiding, and then poof, fucking.
And that one guy who's in the boat, he's just like, and gets smacked by a fucking arrow, like, and he dies, hits Willa Ford in the fucking face, and she's just like, oh god, whatever. I enjoy the movie. I think it's fun. I know the guy from Supernatural comes out. I wasn't familiar.
Oh, Jared
with him.
Padalecki.
Whatever that guy is.
Does he get killed?
No, he's like one of the Someone
He gets away. No, I
part
forgot.
4 is goated. I agree with you. Yes, that is true. that is correct, sir.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm gonna put this demonic taint. That's
Thank you.
yes, my favorite.
Taint a good opinion.
Bryce, 2 and 1. Go for it. Right,
Oh,
this is
shit.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oof. Okay, number
You're on
2,
it.
Freddy vs. Jason, and number 1, Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh shit, number
So
1.
that's your
Yeah,
favorite?
it was pretty. I hadn't seen it in such a long time, and I gotta tell you, after rewatching it, I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
All right.
I want to watch it again. I just haven't gotten too many chances to watch that one over, and I really need to give it some more time.
All right, Roland.
Cook.
Let's do it.
Yes,
You're
I know
on
it
your
doesn't have
last
that much
two.
I
Jason.
mean,
I'm
easy
sorry,
mode
but,
here.
whatever.
My 2 is it's the remake, which I don't give a shit if anybody cared for it or not. I thought it was cool. I could check it out in theaters. As much as I enjoyed most of like the slapstick ridiculous kills of Jason, I enjoyed this one like when with more toned down humor and more of like back to like just him freaking people the hell out. And yeah, like I don't know, I enjoyed it. But my favorite out of all of these is still going to be Freddy versus Jason,
Nice.
because it's just so goddamn over the top in every aspect. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fights are cool, the kills are awesome.
You like the new
Like-
metal soundtrack that they start busting out when they
yeah,
when he comes out.
the
he's like,
soundtrack is hilarious.
It was made for a new
it was
Freddy
it was
soundtrack.
one of Robert England's
Darn.
last performances
Yeah, that's
true.
as Freddy.
Yep.
This movie was made for a new metal soundtrack.
Then he would go on. He would go on
Yeah.
to be in Zombie Strippers.
Yeah. I really I don't make any defenses for Freddy versus Jason. It's a stupid movie.
I love all the
but
yes, and I
just
will
love it.
tell you I do also like
It's got everything I want.
all the all the I like the extended lore of Freddy, like the Hanopsis or the Hanopsil or what was it, the pills and all that. And I like how he's like possessing people now,
Rohypnol.
and yeah, basically. And I like how
Goddamn
I like that
Rohypnol.
scene. And I'm telling you, man, this is such a of its time shot, but where they go down the hallway and all the people are all like the things with their eyes and are all in
And then
comas.
that was a cool shot.
Dude, yeah, but it's like that's such that time. I don't know what
It
about
was.
that fucking scene. Like this is
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a music. It could have been a Korn music video, honestly.
Yeah. I was.
Yeah.
That's true. As much as I like seeing that, I was also just like, oh, this is like every shitty, like, well, not shitty, but like, I play a lot of horror games, and so like that kind of shit is very cheeseball. I know anytime you walk in to an area and you see bodies everywhere, like, okay, are they gonna sit up? Are they gonna talk?
Yeah.
Are they gonna dance? Like, what's gonna happen here?
I like how
Oh,
they,
nothing. Well, this sucks. Fuck
and I-
off.
And I like how they kind of vary the styles of the fighting styles. Like of course, obviously Jason's gonna be like the tank guy, and then Freddy's got to be the
Bruce
rogue
Lee him
and
and
shit.
shit.
Yeah, he's gonna be the rogue. He's got to be like all the nimble.
Yeah,
like,
he's
all,
like trying to backstab him or whatever, and like Jason just turns around. And,
he's doing the fucking shit. He is doing the fuck.
yeah, he's literally doing that shit.
it's-
I think at one point, like Jason
He
just
even-
rips his arm off.
Dude, he
What's-
but he even does the thing where he goes up and he's like, he like fucking
Yeah.
elbows.
Dude,
fucking Jason in the
but
back
see
of the head.
that's another thing. Like, why
He
is
does
this
an
movie so
elbow
ridiculous?
drop.
You know,
That's right. He does like the jump.
like
and the
when
fucking-
in the fuck did we ever see
Oh,
Robert
man.
England or like Freddy in that case? Like,
Never,
do like
that's
these
what
like
I'm saying, dude.
ninja shit. You know, it's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like
It's
fucking Bruce
great.
Lee chaining at the post and shit.
Or
Steven Seagal and shit.
I thought it was such a cool like example of just how fucking crazy strong Jason is when he like slams Freddy through the house.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
it's
that was a
funny
cool shot where
because
he's,
Jason always loves throwing
he's
people
running
through
through-
windows.
Yeah.
This was just like a tribute to how pissed off he
Yeah.
was. That like he threw him halfway through the window and then just like fucking walked through the
Yeah.
house with him. And I don't know. I just thought that was awesome. And then the flaming machete too, man. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen or really thought of anything that cool since like
Winnie the Pooh and Honey
Winnie the
too.
Pooh, that's right. Winnie the Pooh 2, baby. That fucking flaming chainsaw. Even though like it was kind of a dumb scene when they used it in that movie, it was still a cool idea, and I don't give a fuck. It looked awesome in like the intros and in the posters.
Well, let's not forget the when he's in the nightmare world and Freddy's using like a pinball machine. He's like,
Oh gosh.
beep, 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 beep. He's
Might
like,
as well be a fucking power.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, tilt. Because he fucking just got it down.
So-
What the fuck?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
dude.
equivalent of like you forgot about the power glove.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
So guys, are you happy with your list?
Yeah.
Are you content with it?
So if I was gonna change something, I'm not gonna this time, but like maybe somewhere down the line, if I was gonna think about something, it would probably be about Jason Goes to Hell,
All right.
possibly.
Yeah, I might bring Jason Lives up more too, honestly, but
Mhm.
I'm pretty content, I guess.
I've like, I mean, because really, if I wanted to like appreciate this properly, like I could obviously do something with Jason X, but no. For the most part, like, nah, that was just my exposure to Jason, pretty much. Like, if I wanted to become a true connoisseur, I guess I probably have to work at it a little more.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting close to time where we're gonna sign off. Give me 3 of your favorite kills. Just 3.
3.
Off the bat, right? Instinctually, what do you think? Off the top of your head, Bryce.
Oh man. Number 1's probably the testicle split. The chop down the middle where the guys do the handstand.
That's
I
a
like
good
that
one.
one a lot. Meat cleaver to Crispin Glover's face. I just like the effect of it. It was good. I mean, it wasn't overly
What
gory,
about
but it
when
was
he
pretty
turned him, like he crucified him later?
cool. Oh, see, yeah. Well, damn it. I don't
That
want to
was him,
digress, but I
right?
want to talk about that. There's
the
funny how
door?
like they make him like a mindless killer, but like there's times where he like stages the body.
He uses people
And it's,
as
like,
jump scares,
interesting, like,
right?
yeah,
Or he
so-
fucking throws them through windows and shit. Like, yeah.
And well, I guess my third one, even though it's absolutely ridiculous, I do like the head knockoff when he punches the boxer. I don't
That
know.
one was
Jason Goes
pretty
to Hell,
fucking
yeah.
funny.
I just think it's
dude.
funny, but I like it for the comedic effect. That's about it for me. Those are probably my top 3.
All right, I would say,
Racist? How dare you?
I'm gonna say,
Ray,
Hey,
you gonna
actually-
sit there and take that.
You know what?
Probably.
That's probably the only black guy he's killed in the whole franchise.
No.
no,
What about
no,
Demon?
remember he kills the guy in
Oh
the.
shit, that's right. Oh god
How
damn it.
could you? How?
He kills DJ,
He kills Demon. Yeah, and I was gonna say
the
like
guy from Street Fighter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Fuck, I forgot about
Yeah,
the
DJ
demon kill.
from Street Fighter.
But
He also
I
kills
could
the couple,
probably-
the black couple that was banging in the van,
That's demon.
Yeah,
and that
that's
dude
DJ
walks
now.
out, and
I know.
Oh, the
I
bad.
forgot his name.
Yeah,
Look,
it's true. The toilet kill.
I'll give you my
actually.
3. That way, Roland can spend a little more time on his because I know he's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Mine, I would agree with you, Bryce. The first one,
Yeah.
the
I just
To
the
the
way
crotch.
it's shot is great.
it's
yeah.
really cool.
You're probably gonna do the Kevin Bacon knife.
No, no,
right,
I-
or
no,
arrow,
no, I'm
The
not
yeah.
gonna
one where
do
the
that
guy
one.
gets stabbed in the dick and like lifted or whatever.
No, you're thinking that part 6, I think.
I think that was it.
No.
Part six.
The second one is gonna be the wheelchair,
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh man,
that guy?
yeah.
Fuck.
and my
man.
number 1 is gonna be from
Fucker.
I believe it's Jason Goes to Hell, where the guy melts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was cool.
That was cool. So those are my top 3. Roland, what about you? Top 3 kills.
Oh man, that's rough. I have so many
You
favorites.
have like 2
God damn it.
minutes.
So
you have 2 minutes.
the easiest one that I'm gonna think of off the top of my head, because I wrote it down here somewhere. It's the one with the fucking the sheriff that gets killed.
So he gets like folded in half or some shit.
Oh,
yeah, he gets wishboned
Yeah,
and like
dude,
back
that was a
up.
good one, yeah.
Shit, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Because like I
Such
think
a-
that's what I was gonna call it. I had a name for it.
Dude,
it
that's
was like,
so fucked up
on-
too, because he's trying to defend his daughter, and the way he dies is like so
Yeah.
dignified and shit.
and it's like so casual too, because
Yeah.
Jason does it from like
Yeah.
he's lying down. He's not even.
I forgot
he's
about
like,
that.
not even standing up.
Yeah.
And he just goes
Yeah,
and just snaps the guy
Yeah,
back.
you know, you kind of feel bad for
not
him.
her.
You feel kind of bad
I
for the
did
guy.
a little because he was an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yo,
we're back again. All right, give us your last, and then we can kind of say farewell.
So I was trying to find like some of my favorite kills, and it is a little tricky because two of them are in Freddy vs. Jason, I think, and then like another is from, I think it's from, oh, I got it right here. Well, it was the one I mentioned before, like I think it was part 5 with the sheriff, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, excuse me, part 6, Jason Lives, where the sheriff gets, like horror Kama Sutra'd.
Yeah.
I call it the go fuck yourself maneuver. I also really liked it when that doctor, like not the doctor, but like is he like a coroner or something, like a mortician from, was it New Blood? The one that like I saw this guy and like it's when they're wheeling Jason in after declaring him dead or whatever.
Part 4.
That's part 4. There we
Yeah.
go.
Right, yeah.
And then like that doctor like is the guy there. He puts like the sandwich on Jason and is like, "Oh, what's up?" Like I saw that and I thought of Joe. I saw that shit and I was like, "Oh." But like obviously this guy is a huge piece of shit. He had a pretty cool death. It's I wanted that as like a sort of like a
I know what you're talking about.
That was one of my favorites, and like that would probably be my third favorite, I guess. No, second. Where, because that guy, he gets like his face, or he gets his neck sawed with a hacksaw, and then like Jason just snaps his head around.
Yeah.
Halfway. I thought that was so fucking cool because it was just so like violent and sudden. And then my last one, I think I told you about this one, Ray. It was just because like I like seeing just ridiculous displays of power that Jason does, and it's right in the beginning of Freddy versus Jason where he just spear lifts this chick off the ground and then like sticks her onto a tree.
Okay, all right.
And then like I think he slams the machete all the way through the tree or some shit. Like I forget. But like it was just cool. He flat out just lifts her, foof, and fucking dartboards her. My honorable mention though that I was also in Freddy vs. Jason that I wanted to throw out because I really enjoyed it. But wasn't there a scene when he comes across this couple in a bed banging, and like I think he stabs them and then he like snaps does he lift the bed, or is that from fucking Halloween? I'm trying to remember.
I don't recall that. That sounds maybe Halloween.
That might have been Halloween. Okay.
I will just real quick before I forget. There's I believe it's part, I think it's the remake whenever he slices a girl in half.
Yeah.
Whenever they're banging like in the tent.
Oh.
I think that's fun.
Honorable mention for me.
That would have been a good one. Yeah, you're right. I was confusing. My honorable mention is garbage. Forget that.
My honorable mention though, it would be is it Jason? Oh man, is it Jason Goes to Hell where he gets the, it's like those poles that they make where they put the signs on and they're like, it's the people having sex in the tent. And he like,
okay.
He impales him.
He impales him and he like splits her in half with it. Or like, is that Jason Goes to Hell?
I don't know.
Talk about they're having sex in the tent, and then he's like, oh, and then he goes,
oh, I thought he just,
and then he like comes up.
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
Is that Jason Goes to Hell?
I don't remember.
Yeah, see, I don't remember. So that's a problem. They start to bleed into each other after a while. And I don't
correct us in the comments. No.
Well, I guess that'll bring our Halloween episode to a close.
Yep.
We went over all the Friday the 13th movies in a very brief way. I mean, we didn't get very detailed because that would take many hours.
No, yeah,
maybe multiple episodes.
If like anybody wants us to do something like that, just make a request.
Or if there's another franchise we want us to rank, we can do that as well. Please leave them in the comments. If you are still watching, we do appreciate you watching, and whoever watches later, we also do appreciate you continuing to watch this particular episode. We have many other Halloween episodes, specials that we have had in the past This is our 6th annual one at this point. Last year we did almost like a 3-hour top 10 horror film thing.
Yeah.
And then I think our first one, whenever Bryce first joined us on the podcast, we did a top 10 horror movies as well. And that was about 4 hours long or something like that. And then after that, we've ranked the Halloween franchise, including the timelines. And I think the other ones we did just like, geez, I don't even remember what else we did from there. But anyways, we do appreciate you watching and taking the time to conversate with us. We do appreciate that as
wants
well.
to talk. That's always
Thank you
fun.
guys.
And so we will see you next Halloween, but we'll see you next episode. That should be coming out later on next week. And we hope you have a fun Halloween, a safe Halloween, and enjoy yourself. See you next time.